Good morning, everyone. Zay. The heck? So early in the morning, but thank you so much for hacking 31 months. It was very hacking kind of you. Jesus, you know, if I wasn't awake before, I'm definitely awake now. Welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. Wakey, wakey, right? Oh dear. And Grobbit, welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. It's a hell of a lot of damage. Welcome on in, Shifty Fluke. You have to trust me that skills were involved. Yeah, honestly, I feel like I could just apply that to every single one of my craft projects. Like, just trust me. I used skills for this. I promise. Oh dear. No, thank you. Welcome on in, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. I am waiting for some yarn in the post right now, so I'm kind of in a weird in-between where there's a few things I want to do, but I have to wait for stuff to arrive. I did where do I put it? There it is. Excuse me, I've been putting them in my book to flatten them. So I did this sample a couple days ago. Actually did another one, where I managed to get a little bit further before the embroidery thread ran out. I've been looking at some plans for mixing this with another pattern and merging them together. I cannot get the whole way through the sun, unfortunately. I had just tied it off at the side there, which is why there's no extra space, just so it lies flat a bit easier. But yeah, what I want to do is get to the point where I can do the entire goddamn pattern, so that I can put that in my build book. But for now, just two teeny tiny little ones. If you put them back to back though, I guess well, not exactly actually, because it'd be more like that. Is what it should end up looking like. Oh dear. We're getting there though, we're getting there. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing okay, thank you. I'm doing a lot better than I was yesterday, to be honest. I haven't slept very much, but I honestly, all things considered, normally I look a lot more haggard if I haven't slept too well. So I'm doing okay. I would like to have slept more, but that's okay. Maragu, welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. Are you about to rob a bank? Yeah, with my titties hat. Thing is, this is another example of my camera refusing to show the color purple. It's purple. It's not black, it's purple. It's just my camera is, yeah. It's purple though. Peoplers, welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. Welcome, welcome. Good morning. Same regards to sleep. Yeah, I had some nasty dreams last night. I'm not gonna go into them because unfortunately they included a lot of people that are I know in real life, and it's let's not dox my entire family. That would be intense. But to tell you what my dreams were last night. But they were very bad. I had very bad dreams last night, and I kept waking up being titties! Titties to you too. I could rob a Starbucks here. I'm not up for robbing a bank. Maybe the local coffee shop. Taking a couple of lattes home with me, you know. I could see that. Oh dear. I've got that being said, I don't really need one. Have you seen the size of my mug? I don't think I need to rob a Starbucks. I've got an absolutely massive mug. Listen, I haven't slept very much, so I needed the extra caffeine. But it's quite big. It's quite big. It's a lot of tea. It's also very heavy. Oh dear. I had nasty dreams last night. I was a booze woman, not a butt woman. Someone, I have a feeling, may have uploaded that clip to Livestream Fails. Cough, cough, looking at you, Mop Strudel. I swear to God. Oh dear. I'm getting by. I'm glad to hear you're getting by at least. Sports Direct mug. Yeah, it's not my mug, but you might recognize it, Shifty, because that's Shiny's mug. But I'm using it because I need it. I need the caffeine. No, it's not a regular size mug. I don't have a regular size mug nearby to show you, so you just have to believe me. It's big. It's big. Careful you don't take your foot. I know. I do very, very careful. Who's getting by? All of us, I think. I hope all of us are getting by. Oh dear. Yeah, today we're doing a little candy corn. I just needed something chill to tide us over. So we're doing a little candy corn. I'm going to be doing some sequins and some beads, but on a much smaller scale than Celeste. Hopefully I should be able to, well, we'll see. I want to be able to post it later, but I have to get all the custom stuff sorted because Royal Mail is hacked. Yay! Love that. So we'll see. Either I get it sent off today or tomorrow, but the person who's receiving it is fully aware of what's happened. Oh dear. Good morning, Danny. Welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. Welcome, welcome. I had a bad dream. I was hanging out with someone while they were streaming, and God, that would be so rude. What the heck? Yeah, to be fair though, that is actually kind of a nightmare for any faceless streamer. Although actually, even as someone who showed their face, like, I don't want to be appearing in streams where I haven't explicitly given permission. Like, kind of weird. Like, please don't record me without my permission. Like, normal friend things. I feel like most friends do not do that. Oh dear. Yeah, no, but especially if you're faceless, that would be a nightmare. An absolute nightmare. Oh dear. Wow. I keep pulling it down because I don't like it to, you know when you have days where you're just like, I don't want my hair to touch the back of my neck today. I can't explain it. I just woke up and I was like, no, come forward. Don't touch my neck. I don't want you to touch the back of my neck. Yeah, I moved away from them and they kept showing it and it's generally a terrifying nightmare. Yeah, honestly sounds it. It's like a small thing, but like, such a breach of trust. Why the heck would you do that? Oh dear. Hell. I'm sorry that you had rubbish dreams as well. Yeah, I can't really say what mine were, but they were bad. They were very bad. Yeah. Love it. I'm so tired. It's fine though, because I got something to do that I actually genuinely enjoy. I get to do beading and sequining, and it's on a candy corn, and I like it. It is what it is. It is what it is. Oh dear, tomorrow I'll maybe treat myself to a cookie or something. Not tomorrow, later today. I'm not waiting till tomorrow. Later today, I'll maybe treat myself to a cookie or something. I mean, if I'm going to the post office anyway to collect forms, might as well. Back to work and feeling a bit blue. Oh no. Oh yeah, of course, because you had last week off, didn't you? Did you at least enjoy your week off? Or was this just an excuse? Or was this just an excuse to play a certain sound alert? Was that what this was? Like, and everything sounds quieter than usual. Can't explain that. With a blue little window and a blue Corvette, and everything is blue for him and himself and everybody around, 'cause he ain't got nobody to listen to. Yeah, I'm blue, dabba-dee dabba-die, dabba-dee dabba-die, dabba-dee dabba-die, dabba-dee dabba-die, dabba-dee dabba-die, dabba-dee dabba-die, dabba-dee dabba-die. I'm blue, dabba-dee dabba-die, dabba-dee dabba-die, dabba-dee dabba-die, dabba-dee dabba-die, T2, dabba-die, dabba-dee dabba-die, dabba-dee dabba-die. Thank you for the blue. And Danny, I'm sorry to hear that. I do hope that it sorts itself out. That sounds like a rubbish situation. Oh dear. Jason, Shifty! Whoop, 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 whoop. Oh dear, thank you for the blue. Honestly, I needed waking up this morning. Between my massive cup of tea, the double horn off the bat from Zay, and now all of this dancing, that's what I needed. I feel very much more awake than I did. I do need to make a graphic because like I wasn't really feeling well after stream yet, so I haven't, but I do want to talk a little bit about it on stream because I'm very excited. Double horn, no, double horn. Horn. Oh my god, that would be an intense like introduction to the stream. This Snack, welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. Welcome. I do need to re-gift Nightbot at some point. Please ignore me. Please ignore Nightbot spamming emotes that don't exist right now. I will. Oh no, it's not because of that actually. I think Nightbot has it. It's probably because I've changed the horn. That's probably what it is. I need to make a graphic too. Well, if I make one, you're welcome to use it, but understand if you want to make your own. Basically, this Saturday, I'm hosting a very big collaboration stream, and I'm actually hoping to do it on a regular basis, but this is going to be like the first test. So, this Saturday, yes, it is spoilers. Let me announce my own event, Shifty. Jesus Christ, get out! This Saturday, we are playing Among Us, myself and a lot of other streamers. I've invited quite a few people that I'm friends with online to come join us. I've never played Among Us before, never, and I've wanted to. I've wanted to since, you know, it became big in the start of lockdown. I've watched loads of people play it, and I've never had the courage to invite anyone. But a couple weeks ago, I invited some people that I like on Twitch, and I was like, hey, do you want to play Among Us? And some of them were like, I can't this month, but I might next month. But quite a few were like, yes, I can this month, and I'd love to. So we're gonna give it a go this Saturday. I think we've got between 6 to 8 people this Saturday. Might change because some people are up in the air about whether they can join for the whole session and stuff like that. But this is our first tester, where I will be playing Among Us with a lot of other streamers, and it's going to be really fun. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm very excited. Oh dear. And before the same people don't have big we feel and they've done the same thing multiple times, so taking a break from them. And that sounds like the healthiest thing to do. Ah, dear. Sus. It's gonna be big sus energy. I'm very excited. So yeah, I've invited a lot of people together. Some people will be streaming it, some people won't. I'll make sure to tag the streamers, which we can do now, I think. Let me check really quickly. I'm pretty sure that Twitch has allowed this, and it's a new thing. Let me see. If I... Yeah. How do you like that stream title? So this is a new thing you can do on Twitch now, which means if you are collabing with people, you can at them in the title. You're right, I am here. Yeah, so I can do that and we can just at everyone, which is like a really easy way of just shouting out the people that are taking part with you. It's gonna be a hell of a long title, but you know what, I think it's great. I think it's good, it's fun. And so thank you, Twitch, for doing that right as I needed it, because I didn't need it before, but now I do. Clout for everyone. Oh dear. So yeah, I am a big fan of the new feature. Hell yeah. Looking forward to using that this Saturday, and if it goes well, I'm planning on hosting it the last Saturday of every month, just to keep it as like a consistent time so people know if they want to join when it's going to be. And we might invite more people over time. I think we've got like 12 or 13 people in the group at the moment who will hopefully be circulating if they enjoy it. If they don't enjoy it, they don't have to come back, and that's very fair. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. It's a collab stream, but like it's also just like I really wanted to play, and you kind of need quite a few people to play it, and I didn't want to play with randoms because you never kind of know who you're gonna get. So yeah. Excuse me, sorry. Hot drink so early in the day. Oh dear. Delicious, delicious. But yeah, I got lots of crafts to do today. Working on a smaller piece will be quite nice, to be fair. I enjoyed the Celeste piece a lot. I had a really good time with it, but because it was so long, it did take feel like it was dragging a little bit by the end. So I'm kind of happy to maybe finish something we could do in a day. Also, I mentioned this on Twitter, but I will thank everyone here as well. Big thank you to everyone who supported the YouTube channel. I know a lot of people here might not even realize we have a YouTube. Surprise, I do. And we recently hit 200 subscribers, which again, might not sound like a huge number to a lot of people here, but it's been something that I've been slowly chipping away at since November. And we've actually had the YouTube channel for several years at this point. But I've been really trying to upload more short form content. Like I've been doing my TikToks and I've been using them on YouTube as well, and they've been doing really well. And I really appreciate all of the support and love from everyone. I know a lot of people, probably a lot of the YouTube audience won't be here, and a lot of the people here won't be in the YouTube audience. Completely get that, but I'm still really pleased. Also, Scuffed, welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for the follow. YouTube's a lot harder to grow on here, so thank you. Yeah, it's rough because you have to upload so often. Excuse me, sorry. I'm just dying here. My bad. But yeah, you have to upload so often, and also like the videos can do very well or very badly, and it doesn't feel like sometimes there's a lot of rhyme or reason to it. But yeah, I'm really pleased. I'm sure that obviously there's the algorithm. Lots of people have talked about the algorithm, but I'm a Twitch streamer. Head empty, brain non-existent. I just make crafts. And so I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty heckin' happy. And also to people that have supported the TikTok as well. I know a lot of people here do not have TikTok, and that's very fair. But I've been editing it all on TikTok. It's been good. I don't know what happens here. We make crafts. Predominantly, we are cosplayers, but we're on a bit of a cosplay hiatus right now because I want to enter TwitchCon EU 2024. And the way that the submission period works for that is that you are only allowed to submit if you've made the costume 1 year prior or earlier. Sorry, 1 year prior or later to the submission period. Basically, you have to have made the costume 16 months before the event, and we're really close to submissions opening for 2023, which means I can start making for 2024, but they haven't opened yet. So we're just waiting, and then I can make my next costume, and I'm very excited for it. It's gonna be great. Dear. And yeah, I make craft accessories. I do cosplay, Waluigi one day maybe. I can show you my video. If only Zero was here. They were saying yesterday, oh, how they wished there was just a video I could show that would show the kind of cosplays we make. Wow, if only. But unfortunately, we don't have that video. Unfortunately, it doesn't exist, but now it does. And oh my god, we've never seen this before. Whoa. Maybe in 2 years' time, we'll have a new video I can show you. But for now, I only have this one. That's crazy. It's like you've never seen this before, right? Jason, you've never seen this. When was this? Whoa, well, would you believe that this was at TwitchCon EU 2022, where I was in the larger than life category as Mateus from Final Fantasy Tactics Advance. Whoa, you finally get to see my work. Yeah, so the meme is that this is the video that I show everyone that raids in, because it's the only video I have of my work. It's in content that I've never seen before. You know what, weirdly, I don't think I've made it into a TikTok, and I should. I should make it into a TikTok when I have the memory to do so. I got my memory. Think you might be lying, Jelly. I might be lying. I have no memory either. I could just be lying to everyone, including myself. Oh dear. So yeah, if you guys see Zero, let them know. Oh, not Grobbit. Grobbit, although obviously they also needed to see it for the first time. But I remember Zero Fall Damage yesterday was being like, oh man, if only there was a video. So if you see him, tell him. There is a video now. Oh dear. The meme is it's the only video show raiders 30 minutes after the raid. Yeah, where everyone from the raids left, I'm like, oh, by the way, my name's Jelly, sorry. I'd love to have been in the second row of the audience. Weirdly enough, you might have actually been sitting really close to Atomic. So when Atomic was describing where they were sat in the crowd, it was in the same place as you. So you might have actually been sat really, really close to one of the cosplayers that's entering this year. Yeah. Atomic was pointing out where they were in the crowd, and it's like right where you were, and I was like, oh. not that I think you were necessarily sitting next to them, but you were definitely in the same area. You were sitting really close. Wait, really? Everyone in this channel just happened to be in the same row, in the same place. How did this happen? How did this happen? Oh, you sat next to Zay? Did Zay know? Was Zay aware? Did you open your mouth to be like, whoa? And then Zay was like, I know that voice. I know that shifty attitude anywhere. Oh dear. Yeah, I don't think you were sat next to Atomic. I don't think. But I think you were sat just a little, like very close to Atomic. And Atomic is one of the people entering this year into the larger than life category, I believe. So they're doing, I believe it's a Digimon. It's a Digimon that I'm not super familiar with, but I think it's very, very heckin' cool. And I love Digimon, and I've considered doing many Digimon cosplays in the past, and I just haven't, because there's a lot of detail, and I need lots of fabrics for that. I know that voice. Show me that ass. Real Shifty's got a particular bum. We were in the queue, and you said, ah. Okay, well that makes sense, how you'd end up sitting next to each other then. Aw, I'm glad you found each other. That's cute. Hell yeah. Oh dear, that was one of the best things about TwitchCon, was meeting up with people. I just kind of wish I could have met more people when I was in costume. Also, Scott, welcome on in. Thank you for the egg smash. I hope you're doing well. The next costume I'm making is going to be a regular size once I remove like the cape and the hat. So that way I can walk around the convention floor. Like I probably won't have the whole costume on, but it'll be enough of the costume, hopefully. Because yeah, otherwise it's a bit sad to not be able to see everyone. Also, Shalise, good morning. Kazumi is Nanimon? See, I was thinking Wizardmon, but I'll look at Nanimon. Wizardmon was the one that kind of spoke to me. I want to see what Nanimon is, because that's another one that I do not recognize. But at least not by name. I might recognize them. Oh yeah. You know what, actually, screw Wizardmon. This is it. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, oh, the ones where they're T-posing as well. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, you know what, you're right. You're right, that's me. That's me to a T, hell yeah. I wish I knew more people on Twitch who are also at TwitchCon. Well, but then the thing is, I guess every time you go to TwitchCon, you'd know more and more people would be the hope. Excuse me. I mean, the nice thing about the cosplay contest is it really got me in close proximity to all the cosplayers I'd been talking to, so I got to meet all of those in one day, which was really cool. But obviously that's only if you're taking part in the cosplay contest, and also if you watch a lot of cosplay streamers, which I do. It was great for me, but it might not be so good if that's not the main kind of content you consume. Oh, thank you for the heck. You're right, I did heck. Oh dear, so yeah. But I'm excited to go again next year, and there's a few people who have already said they're planning to go for next year who I'd love to meet. So yeah, and who knows, maybe by TwitchCon 2024 we'll have hit partner. I mean, I'm not really aiming for it, but it'd be a nice twist. I'm doing nothing to get there. But, you know, listen, all of my plans, none of them include getting partner, but it'd be great. Listen, it'd be great if it happened, but if not, I'll be spending most of my time talking to cosplayers one way or another. Oh dear. I didn't really meet a lot of people, not a very social person. That's fair. See, I am a very social person, and I would have loved to have met more people, but unfortunately I had to be quite careful on the Saturday. I think you might remember, Shifty, where it was like, I want to hang out with people, but I also don't want to make myself so ill for the next day that I can't take part in the competition. And I was quite self-conscious on the day as well, because I'd had to take quite a lot of painkillers, and I'd have to be quite careful that I might have come across as like, not as like how I want to be, but nobody commented and no one was mean, and obviously everyone was really nice. So yeah, I left. Also, I had it where the the waitress, bless her heart, tipped an entire Pepsi into my lap. Like an entire pint of Pepsi, just whack. So I had a good excuse to leave a little bit early, but also I wanted to be careful because yeah, you know, I didn't want to make I would have left around that time probably anyway, just to be safe, so that I didn't make myself ill for the next time. It was just an entire Pepsi just right down my front, and I was wearing a dress as well, so there was nothing really I could do. It was just like, well, I'm soaked. And yeah, she was very nice. And I felt really bad because, like, obviously they were very busy. They were serving a lot of people. And yeah, but like, it's a good excuse for me to dip at this point. Not because I wasn't enjoying hanging out with people, because I just wanted to be safe. Oh dear. Oh no, it's a bit damp. It was a little bit damp. The thing is, it wasn't the worst thing in the world, because TwitchCon in EU, it was really hot that weekend. Like, it was easily in the 30s, wasn't it? Oh no, it was a high 20s that weekend, and it hit 30s the next week. But it was hot. It was very hot. So I think by the time I got back to the hotel, I was pretty much dry. It's just that I was very sticky because it was a Pepsi. It wasn't like it was water. So like, I would have still had to have gotten changed. Also, Starry, welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. Welcome, welcome. Ah, dear. I wonder if I should go to the bed early because I got my cooking. Woo! And cut out more paper. I think going to bed early sounds actually like a pretty good plan, Jason. So that you can feel fresh for your cooking. Ooh, do you know what you're cooking out of interest? Have they told you, or is it a surprise when you get there? Ah, dear. They just wanted to keep you cool for the summer. Exactly. They were doing me a service, really, of keeping me cool because it was really hot. That was one thing, though, where we were getting changed as cosplayers was so cool. They kept it really nice and cool. Because, like, we were wearing layers and layers and layers of clothing, most of us. So it was, like, really nice how cold they kept it for us. It was like, oh, chilly, but perfect. I didn't feel like I was overheating. The only time that I did feel a bit too warm was when we were waiting to go on stage, because obviously there's a lot of lights and like that heat does come off the stage and you do feel quite warm there. I think if I'd been in normal clothing I would have been fine, but just in the full costume I was a little toasty, but I wasn't there for very long. And I think that was the only time I did feel a bit too warm. We learn when we get there, but it might be something to do with chicken broth we made last week. Ooh, that's a useful one. Chicken broth, any kind of broth is a useful one to have. Oh, so Jelly, hello. Hello, Jelly. I hope you're doing well. Welcome on in. We're just having, honestly, I should start crafting soon, but I'm enjoying chatting with everyone. We're just having a little chat to start our stream. We're going to be making a little candy corn bauble today, is the plan. I want to do some beads and sequins. I think I'm going to leave the white maybe pretty clear, just do like an outline of beads because I don't want it to show too much. Yeah, soup, delicious soup. I love soup. Just turning into I know this happens a lot though. I feel like it happens to Shifty as well, where it's like there is a plan that I have. However, I'm enjoying chatting so much that I kind of just want to keep chatting and drinking my tea. I'm enjoying my little chat in the morning. Oh, I just really hope. It was Amazonia, yeah, because we raided into Amazonia and then I had to lurk for like half an hour. And then I kind of said hello, but I am quite lurky because my head's hurting. But yeah, we're both really hoping. And Amazonia actually had some information that I didn't, which, because they've been keeping an eye on the cosplay competition since last year. They didn't enter last year, they were just keeping an eye on it. So apparently, I think they said it was the 21st. where they announced the cosplay contest and they like opened entries was the 21st of February. So I'm really hopeful if they're doing it similar to last year that in the next few days maybe they'll open it, but maybe that is just my hopeful thinking. And again, even when they do open it, I won't be immediately doing a lot of cosplay crafting on stream because there is a lot of background stuff to sort out first. We still haven't designed all of these things. We probably should get on that, but you know what? It's the beginning of the week. I have a couple days this week where I can do that. But yeah, I still need to work out how I'm going to be doing the lace trims. I'm a little... how to put it? I'm a little torn about whether I should be designing that because it's kind of pattern making, and you know, the rules are a little bit, or they were a little bit, they might be different this year, where they say don't make things for the costume before, you know, before the entry period, right? And I've just been practicing crochet so far. I've just been practicing a pattern that already exists. It does kind of feel like if I make my own pattern that I've done pattern making, and then that feels like that could be cheating. So I was originally going to do that this week, and then I had a good think about it, and I was like, ooh, even though it's not going to end up on the actual cosplay, I feel a bit like pattern making is part of the cosplay making process, and it is like you use for your final costume. So I might just keep practicing crochet, to be honest. Just practice crochet, and then when the submission period's open, that might be one of the first things we do is start working out the crochet pattern, because a lot of the sewing patterns are going to be too big for my desk, unfortunately, and until we have the sewing room finished, I can't really attempt stuff like that on stream. So is what it is. I'll bring it on to stream when it's done, and I'll show you my thought process and how I've done it. So we'll probably have at some point a whole stream talking about how I made patterns, which is not going to be exciting for most people, but I think it's an important part of my documentation for the cosplay. And for the people that do care about pattern making, you might enjoy it. Getting your tour ready beforehand, Legoing it. Oh, you're doing Lego! Hell yeah! I hope you enjoy it. I mean, what's not to enjoy? Oh dear. But yeah, so there's thought processes going on. I think designing the costume is fine. I think pattern making, I don't know, it's so hard because it just says like don't make the costume outside of the submission period, but like what is making a costume? What counts as making a costume? I'm saying that designing my costume is fine because most people, if you're doing accuracy build, right? I'm doing a design build, but if you're doing an accuracy build, you'll have your costume already designed for you because you're doing it accurately. So your problem solving is more about making the costume as accurate as possible. So I feel like designing the costume is fine, but yeah, making the patterns for it, it's very much towing a line in my mind. So yes, yeah, we're gonna hold off on that. I said I was going to do it, and then I'm not going to do it unless they open submissions, and then I'll go back to doing it again. It'd be really nice if they did. I'm hopeful. Everyone if you could cross your fingers and toes that they open submissions tomorrow, that would be amazing. I don't think they're going to, but it'd be great if they did. Oh dear. So for the rest of the week, the thing is, I don't want to commit to any other really, really big projects, but I think we're gonna practice our crochet because we're getting there, and I'm starting to memorize at least this bit, which I'll have to alter anyway, but getting the base down would be good. And it's so cute, look at it. Look at the little sun coming out of the clouds. I couldn't get all the rays in because I ran out of embroidery thread. There it is. But like, it's so cute. Also, I'm catching it a little bit, so I do still need to practice. Like, there are bits where I can see, like, I think you can see as well, in that one there, like there's a little lump there where I caught it. And there's like a kind of a little lump on that one as well, but it's not quite as bad. Yeah, so I need to get those lumps out. But I'm getting there, and I'm starting to memorize it. And then I just need to do my own one, but we'll get there. We'll get there when we get there. I want to use these as like a, what do you call it, like going around the sleeves kind of thing. So on the design, if I bring it up, I can't remember if I, yeah. So, where is my design? My design's this one. So I'm gonna zoom in really quickly. It's gonna look a bit weird, don't worry about that. It's this bit. It's that bit, the trim that goes around the edge of the sleeves. It's like a different color purple, so it's like a slightly warmer purple, and I figured I'd also put it down here as well. Although I might back that on something first. Yeah. But that's kind of the plan. That's kind of the plan. So it looks a bit weird. There's still a lot that I need to fix with this this particular scene, but I'm not using it yet, so it's fine. Yeah, there you go. That's the plan. Oh, it is lovely, thank you! Just ordered my knives on Sunday, and the status of the order is pick. They're picking it from the stock rooms. Right, let's get to sewing basic really quickly. There we are, because you know what, even if I'm still chatting, I might as well start sewing my knife. Oh, it was so warm in the stream yesterday as well. I thought I was like going a bit insane last night after the stream, because I had to lie down for a few hours. But I did leave the computer on because it was uploading the VOD to the VOD channel and all of that. So I went and I kind of set that to upload, and then I went and had like a bit of a lie down, right? And I came back in and I was like, what? It was so hot in this room, and I just couldn't put my finger on it, because it's like, it's not been super cold, I'd say, but like, it's not been particularly warm either. It was nearly 22 degrees in here, and like, I guess because the rest of the house is like nowhere near that. All right, I want holographic side down this time, because otherwise it ends up looking a bit pink. Yeah, the rest of the house is definitely not that hot. Coming in this room was like entering like a little mini sauna. The PC is just absolutely blitzing it in here. It's like, whoa, want to get hot? Yeah, you can get warm in here. Ugh. So these are two-sided sequins. One side has like a pink holographic effect, and the other side is just plain orange. Normally I like having the holographic effect, but just not quite for this. I'd rather have the shine without the pinkness. Or it can look a little green, but I'd still say it's a pink holographic. But yeah, under that light it's looking a little bit green, I suppose. Regardless, it is not the colour of a candy corn. And if it was like a goldish glow, I'd probably be okay with it. But it is not a goldish glow. And so instead, we will keep it holographic side down. I do really like these sequins though. I think I like the purple ones from this group the best. The purple ones have like a green holographic on it. It's so nice. I have no reason to use it right now, but I will find one, because it is a really, really pretty sequin. And yeah, we're going to leave the white for now. I might do a little white bead outline, but I don't really want to go too heavy on the white, because otherwise it looks a bit weird. I actually have done like a test of this before. I don't know where it's gone, but I did like another test of this particular design, and I went really heavy with beading on the white part, and it looked really odd. I don't know how to describe it, but it didn't look right. So this is actually my second go at this. And you know what? Already I prefer it, and I haven't even done anything. That's how off the rails the last one went. I will also have to peel some sequins. I have a few that I peeled before that I'm using right now, but I will have to peel a few more. Probably pretty soon, actually. Ah, dear. There you go. What? That in there. I still need to work out a piece of kit that I want to maybe put some money towards. But I'm very torn. A lot of people gave some really good ideas the other day, which I really appreciate, to be fair. But it means that I'm like, there's a few more things now that I'm like, damn. Because originally my ideas were like a drawing pad, and there was something else which I've forgotten. Oh, a camera, I think it was. Ah, there's so many other things that people have mentioned that I'm like, yeah, that would be good. And that would be good also. Because I could also, yeah, God, I am a little bit lost. I'm not sure. Basically, long story short, a drawing pad. Yeah, long story short, Shifty. I'd been putting some money aside for buying a 3D printer, right? I think I mentioned this near the end of last year, where it was like, it's something that I want to add to my arsenal of crafting equipment, because it's very hands-off, so it's something that I can quite easily do, even with like limited vision and stuff like that. And I do have some 3D modeling experience, so I would like to use that and get a 3D printer. However, Amazonia Cos very, very kindly gifted me their old 3D printer. They just gave it to me. They just sent it to me in the post. They were like, I want to send you something for Christmas. And then they sent me that. And it was like, Jesus. So, but I had been saving for that. So I kind of have that money now to one side for a new piece of equipment for streaming and for crafting. But I don't need a 3D printer anymore, because I have a 3D printer. So I'm trying to like work out something that might be useful that would like add to what I can do right now. Someone did suggest an overlocker, which is a really, really good idea, except that the next costume that I'm making, it uses it doesn't even use a sewing machine, let alone an overlocker. I'm going to do it completely with hand stitching. So it's a really, really good idea, but it just doesn't really work very well for the next costume. But then there was, there's like is it called a cricket or like something similar to a cricket? There are ones that can like cut out fabric, and that could save me a lot of time. But then I'm also like, but the piece I'm using is really big, but it could save me a lot of time and it's something that I could use. I don't know. An overlocker, there's another name for it if you're American. Over here we call it an overlocker. I don't remember what they call it for you, but it's basically the thing that trims or does your hems for you. I'm very sorry, I do not remember the... Oh, serger. I think you guys call it a serger. Am I wrong? I could be wrong. I think you call it a serger though. It's the same thing. It's just a regional difference of name. Ah, dear. I'm gonna capture a big old spider. You captured a big spider? Oh god. Knowing where you live, I hope that it's safe. I hope that it's safe and okay. Ah, dear. A bigger 3D printer. I could, but I think I should get used to the one that I have first. Krika is up to A3, I think. Yeah, so I'm doing a lot of smocking for the next piece, which means most of my pieces are going to be like a meter. A meter long. It's unfortunate. Again, it's a really good idea, and it's still one I'm thinking of for like cutting out some of the smaller bits. But like for the next costume in particular, because I'm focusing pretty heavily on basically techniques that shrink the fabric after you use it. You have to cut out really, really big starting pieces. I have started doing some like tests for smocking to find out how small the different smocking makes it. But unfortunately most of them at least half the size. So for each pattern piece I cut, I have to double the size of it. And you can imagine like they get quite big when you're making items for clothing. Yeah. But it'd be really useful for a costume which had like a lot of small fiddly bits, which I don't think this costume really has, but it's still in my mind because I'm like, I can imagine it being useful even though I don't have an idea for it now. I see, yeah. So one of the ideas was a drawing pad, just because, I mean, drawing pad would be more of a thing for stream in general, or drawing tablet. Yeah, for more stream in general, like so that it's a bit easier to draw VTubers. Because for those who aren't aware, all the VTubers I've drawn, they've even been drawn with mouse and keyboard or with a trackpad on a laptop, which, yeah, it does make drawing a little bit more difficult and it is a little limiting. So like that would be great, but does it really help the next costume? Maybe not quite so much, you know? I'm very much putting things up in the air. Oh dear. Wow, my grandma's older. No, you're fine. Your grandma's great. What? Oh, I think I answered that, right? A tablet. Yeah. I wonder what you meant by drawing pad. Oh, yeah, like a tablet. You get a decent one for 50 quid. So I would probably be looking at one which had the drawing that I could see, which are a lot more expensive. I've done a little bit of research into it because initially it was one of the ones I was thinking like, oh yeah, I'll get that instead. But then the other day, Stream Chat gave me like a lot of new ideas that I hadn't thought of, and I'm like, bugger. They're all really good ideas. A couple of them, maybe not right now, but like they're still good ideas. So I was pretty like, oh, I'll get one of these 2 things. But now I'm like, I'll get one of these 10 things. Oh dear, it would be cool. It would be cool. You need one that can plug in and connect with HDMI cables. Yes, so I've talked to a couple of artists on Twitch about this. Is when I'm like, I was pretty sure in my idea. Like, I was pretty sure. So I've talked to a couple of other artists on Twitch about suggestions for the ones they use and how they set it up and stuff like that. Different brands and all that kind of stuff. Which I'm very fortunate that I'm in quite a few artistic communities. And so like I can ask these kind of questions and be like, and be pretty confident in the advice that I get. So yeah, I've done that. But then everyone gave me other ideas. One of the ones that, yeah, was kind of stand up was talking about getting a new camera. But like a camera for taking pictures of costumes that I could potentially use on stream, but mainly just like a proper camera. That was an idea, because like, again, it doesn't really affect the next costume and the crafting of the next costume, but it would mean that I'd have good photos when I finish the costume, because we've always taken photos with a phone, and like phone cameras are pretty good, but there is a limit to what you can do. So like that would be an idea. artistic communities. Artistic. Ah, dear. A camera? Yes, it might be my time. I have considered buying a camera. I have considered, but I'm not quite sure yet. Hooray! It's on my list of things that I would like to get one day, like a proper camera for taking photos of costumes. Again, I just don't know if it's the one that I want for this next one because it doesn't really open up any new avenues of crafting for me. It would be more for like the finished product. And like, if that's the case, maybe I just try and save some money if I get into TwitchCon from the amount that they give you for going and buy a camera with that, because I won't really be taking pictures of it until after that anyway. I don't know. Like, I'm not really gonna need a new camera for a while. Jason is salivating right now, I know. I've gotten their hopes up. If you have a local photographer friend, I do. Yeah, I do have local photographer friends. I have concerns, but I do have local photographer friends. I just don't know how easy they'll be to get to us. Oh dear. Then again, maybe we can get to a location soon. That'd be good. Location shoots would be amazing. Ah dear, I was just browsing eBay and then I heard might get a camera. Maybe. It's one of many options, and even then it's like, it's on my list of things that I want to get, but I don't know if I'll wait till after TwitchCon is the thing. Sorry, I'm so sorry. What else was there? There was a couple of other really good suggestions that kind of threw me for a loop where I was like, shoot, that would be really useful to have. Somebody did mention just like updating, like having more stuff for the craft room, and it's like, I mean, it's not a bad idea. I always need more storage, and while it wouldn't really affect the next costume, it would affect how the stream looked. It'd be less messy. And then there was another really good suggestion. The cricket was a really good suggestion. The overlocker was a good suggestion. It's just not good for this costume. There was another really good suggestion. I should have written it down. I don't remember writing it down. I don't think I did. I don't think I'll find it in a notepad anyway. I am still open to other suggestions. If anyone has any ideas, if anyone has crafts that they'd like to see incorporated into costumes as well, like, let me know. Because a lot of the time there'll just be stuff that I haven't thought of that's like, yeah, as soon as you mention it, like, yeah, that's something that I'd love to do. But I hadn't thought of it myself. Oh dear, and since we haven't started the next costume yet, now is the best time to like plan that kind of stuff. More snacks. I mean, I could spend it all on snacks. It'd feel a bit of a waste, but I could. You're right. That's possible. And a metal forging. I don't think I have enough money to start that, if I'm being honest. It's enough for like a good piece of equipment. Like, I'll just tell you how much it is, and then you guys will have an idea. I'd saved a few hundred for this new piece of kit. So I have a few hundred to spare on something, or some things. So, because I was saving for a 3D printer that was nearly 400 quid, but now I have one. So I hadn't quite reached the goal for it yet, but I was pretty close. I've been doing a pretty good job saving. Now I could buy several hundred quid's worth of snacks, but and you know what? I'm not actually completely opposed to the idea. It just feels like a little bit of a waste when I've spent the time saving it. Oh dear. Okay, maybe only spend a little bit on snacks. Okay, yeah, we can compromise. Some on snacks, some on something else. This is why that I'm quite confident in, like, if I was getting a drawing tablet, I could get quite a good one. Whatever piece of equipment that I'm looking to get, I could get like a reasonable one. I'm not looking for a new sewing or embroidery machine. It's not enough for another embroidery machine. I'm not looking for a new sewing machine though. I don't think I need one. And also I'm not using it for the next project anyway, so blah, blah, blah. Oh dear. I mean, that would be another option, would just be to use the money on buying some more expensive bits for the costume. I just don't really want to do that. I feel like I want to make it out of crafts. Welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. Welcome, welcome. By basically talking about, I have some spare money to one side, which I was originally going to spend on a new 3D printer, but due to circumstances changing and someone very kindly gifting me their old one, I don't need to do that anymore. So what do I spend that money on instead? And I would like it to be something for cosplay or streaming, I think. Like, listen, I love snacks, but I think cosplay and streaming is probably what I should spend it on. Ah, dear. The graphics tablet without the screen seemed difficult to use, but after a week you get used to it. Okay. I have very bad hand-eye coordination, which it's not ideal for a classical guitarist, believe it or not. It's something that I've practiced a lot, but I'm pretty bad. I'm pretty bad at my hand-eye coordination. That's why I'm always a bit like, I think I prefer one where I could see it, because even after years of training, it's still bad. Oh dear. I'd be the one classical guitarist that was always looking at their hands. Everyone else would have like very serene expressions and like looking forward and like looking at the crowd and engaging with the crowd. Meanwhile, I'd be there like... I mentioned this in the speedrun that I jut my jaw out when I'm like tense and like thinking. I'd be there the whole time like this. because that I would be like really concentrating, so my poor jaw would just be like the entire time. Maybe hold out just until spending it's like you need, or you know it's like you want. Yeah, that's kind of where I've been for the last couple months, where I've just been like, well, because I've got a 3D printer now, like, but I still got this money, and it's definitely not a bad call. It's probably the most responsible call, to be honest. Is like, until you know, just to hold off. That's why I'm kind of looking for suggestions, because there's like, first of all, if there's something people want to see and it's like that I want to do, it's a good opportunity to add that to the repertoire, repertoire. But also, just generally, there's going to be things that I haven't thought of, and maybe someone in chat has. Oh dear. On a camera front, a lot of cameras now need to be, can also be plugged into the computer and used for streaming. Yeah, so there's a couple of streamers that if that was what I was going to do, I was going to talk to about it, because I know a couple of streamers who use very high quality cameras as part of their craft streams. I kind of just wanted to ask how they did it, and how it worked for them, and whether it was like they did it out of necessity or because it is like an added feature on their stream as well. Because for some streamers it's like, oh, they just happen to have like a really good camera lying around, so that's what they use. The main advantage is way cheaper, easy to carry. You don't need to plug in one USB character. It doesn't require special software. Oh, that's a good point. I didn't even think about software. I've been asking about tablets, but I hadn't really checked too much about software. That's a fair point. For the few times I used a camera for mini painting streams, I used my iToy camera. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. I think there was a few other ideas, but I can't quite remember what they were. Oh dear. It's gonna bother me because someone had a really good idea last stream and I've completely forgotten it. I don't want to go back and watch my own stream, but I might have to, just because like someone had a really good idea and I was quite excited about it until I completely forgot what it was. Brain! Oh dear. Yeah, it's like to consider, and like I think coming into the new costume as well, it's like to consider that I don't, like if I wanted to incorporate a new skill that used a new piece of kit, I can do that, because I do tend to plan around the kit that I already have, just so that, you know, I'm obviously not making outside of my means, but in this particular case, there would be a bit of stretch room for that, in that like I could make something else within my means. Also, Brain, thank you for the lurk. I appreciate it. I hope you're doing all right. Oh dear. I mean, I could just use it buying extra fancy sequins. I don't know if that's what I want to do, but I could. I'd rather keep the cost of the costume down, if possible. Like, I enjoy the 20 quid a month spending budget on my costumes. Like, it's nice to be able to spend a little bit more in bulk at times, which I have done with the fabric, and then just not spend anything on it for a few months. That's nice. But I'd rather keep it to a budget of about 20 quid a month, because that's manageable for me for a costume. Oh dear. Ooh. Yeah, I'll work out something. Wow. My fear, I suppose, is that if I don't spend it on something for the... And this is more of a me problem. This is not anyone else's problem. It's more my problem. My fear is that if I don't spend it on something for the craft room, that I'll just end up spending it on helping renovate the house. And like that money is meant to be to one side to help with crafting. Like that's what it's saved for. It's saved from stream to do that. And it feels like if I don't spend it on something, that something will come up with the house and then it will just go on that immediately. Like, you know, we'll have another problem, because we've had quite a few problems so far and they've all been relatively expensive, but like that's the thing, is like I'm not just gonna sit on 300 quid if we're having an issue with the house and it'll just go on that, because that's the responsible adult thing to do. So yeah, the fear I suppose on sitting on it is that it is just potentially a store of money for the house, and like, you know, if that's how it works out, that's how it works out, but it would be almost a shame. It would be a shame. But I'm also an adult and I do the adult thing. I mean, that's... Wait, yeah, you said you wanted nachos. Did you have good nachos yesterday? I hope that they were good. Hell yeah. Delicious, delicious nachos. I can understand that. Yeah. It's just like, again, I'd say it's a fear, but it's absolutely something I would do in a pinch. I'd absolutely spend it on the house, you know, if we're having problems. But it would be really nice if that's not what it was, because you know, it's money that's come from stream. It's people who have donated wanting to see something for stream, and like I'd like to honor that. Yeah, like I don't think anyone would hold it against me if I did use it on the house, but I would honestly like to honor that it's for stream. House stuff is pricey. We're getting really work done and the full ceiling came down. Oh my god, I'm so sorry to hear that. That's terrifying. Yeah, I can definitely relate to you though. It's expensive, and like when you start peeling back the layers, you start to find all the problems, and it's like, then do you make the choice of like, do you fix those problems or do you just leave them and pretend you didn't see them? And we're for the most part fixing them, because we're going to be here for a while, right? So we don't want to be living with problems. Oh dear. Oh dear. The toppings nacho at full meal. Hell yeah! Delicious. I did have good nachos during our eating. Good. I'm glad to hear it. I made a list of things I need that aren't urgent but really useful, of things that I don't need, and I put them in order of priority. And I got an Excel. Oh my god, so organized. Hell yeah. I can appreciate that level of organization. I'm not in charge of most of the finances in this house. First of all, because I'm not an earner, but also just because I'm ill so often. It's like, you can't really have someone in charge of finances if they're only like conscious a third of the time. It's just not very safe, and it leads to like me doing things and then not remembering and potentially double paying, and that was the main issue. Double paying or not paying at all. So for the most part, I'm not in charge of most of the finances, because until my migraines improve a little bit, it's not sensible. But I know Shiny's very, very responsible with that kind of thing. They've taken on a lot over the last couple years. What with my health being not fantastic. They do a very good job, very good job. It's okay, I'm excited it would happen and warn the builders about it, so I sucked to pay for a new one, but it was also kind of expected. Oh. Wait, what did it say? Let me help out with what... Oh, bless you, Jason, you didn't have to do that. You could have spent... I'm pretty sure that would buy you one eBay camera. That's very kind of you. You don't have to. That's very sweet. Thank you. But also, please make sure you're buying your own cameras first. Or your nachos. Heck. Oh dear, a nice backwards 69 to start your week, everybody. Ah dear. Me too. I have lots of Excel docs, but I was an accountant, so it's kind of an occupational habit. Yeah, I would like to get to the point where I'm in charge of more finances again one day. Because I used to be the main person who did it because I had like spare time. I'm pretty good with numbers. Like, I don't want to toot my own horn too much, but I'm pretty good with numbers. So it used to be me, but then I've kind of had to relinquish most of that to Shiny, just while my memory is as bad as it is, because like, it's not a good idea to give financial, responsibility to someone who could only remember like a third of their life. Oh dear. You're asking to double pay for bills, or to just not pay for bills at all. Yeah, so I haven't been in charge for a while. But soon, things are happening. Oh dear. There we go. I reckon I need a more permanent job. Yeah? You're not enjoying the... To be fair though, I actually feel that. I've had like 0 hours contracts and stuff like that where they can get rid of you at any time. It's a stressful way of living. Like, some people are very, very good at it and they doesn't bother them at all. but I'll be honest, when I was working 0 hours, I was always like, there was always in the back of my mind that they could get rid of me at any time and that I was never permanent, and like, yeah, and also like the stuff with holidays and sickness is really sucky as well. But yeah, no, I get that. It's not like nice to live in like not knowing, unassuredness. I probably would never go personally at least 0 hours again unless I was absolutely desperate. Yeah. Nah. Also, excuse me, that was my stomach. I don't know if you could hear that. I'm not hungry right now. Sorry, that might, surprise! My stomach just decided to go, It heard 0 hours contract and it had something to say. Oh dear. Maybe it's because I've drunk a lot of tea. This is actually my second mug, and they've both been really, really big mugs. Maybe it's my stomach being like, can you drink a little less, please? You've overhydrated. Your stomach is full of liquid. No more hydration for you. But I really needed the caffeine. There we go. To be fair though, I'm in a fortunate position, so I go back to the original topic. I'm in a fortunate position because I have the money to buy a piece of kit, even if I don't know what the kit is yet. It's still a very good position to be in. Yeah, I could only work 4 hours for a single week, and doing payday around 70 quid goes for saving for a ticket cost later in the year. Shoot. Yeah, that's rough. That is rough. I can see that being quite frustrating. Oh dear. I mean, yeah, if they're not offering you anything as far as like being able to become like a permanent worker or change your hours or anything like that, it sounds like you could do better as far as the job goes, which is not a fun concept because I honestly, who enjoys job hunting? I don't think I'm a very busy person, and even I don't like job hunting. But yeah, it sounds like you could be treated better. Sorry, I didn't leave very much thread, so tying it off, there you go, is a bit of a pain, but we got it. And get it into there. There you go. Nice. Knock on bookcase for no knots and ouches. Oh, thank you! Hell yeah, no knots and ouches, not today. We got all of the orange in. That gets cute. It is going to become more pastel than more lacy. Surprise to no one. Pastel again. You guys love pastel though, right? I heard you guys really liked pastel, and so I make everything pastel. Oh, is it your dad? Oh, sorry, my bad. Oh dear. Today we're gonna no longer work. It's having gone from 60 to 80 hours a week to none. Yeah, mine was a more steady decline. So like, I slowly lost hours, but it's still unpleasant. I feel it, maybe a little differently, but I still feel it. But streaming has made it feel a lot better. I stand by it. Streaming is probably the most smartest decision I've made in years. was to start streaming, because I've been so social and it gives me a schedule, even if the schedule is kind of up in the air a lot of the time. I have like things to do, and they do say there's something for mental health and having like a good schedule. Maybe not for everyone, but I would say it's helped me. Oh, they let me. Where's the music? Where are you? There you are. Oh, you're so quiet. Kind of a little bit. There you go. We want you loud because you're Final Fantasy and we love you. The only thing about 0 hours contract is that you have a job, which makes it weirdly true. You're absolutely right. Oh my god, is that a wee-wee? And my chat, you must be up really late or really early, but I hope you're doing well. Welcome on in. Oh, also Alexa, welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to Candy Corn. I'm boiling. I might have to pop my titties out. Not on stream, Jason. You have to be careful. Oh my god, you're still a goddamn suspicious user. How can I remove suspicious user from WeWe? Someone help me. I can't deal with WeWe still being suspicious. It makes chat so hard to read. I have to scroll manually to read your messages. God damn it. You would have thought Twitch would have fixed that by now. So like, it wasn't a pain in the ass to have suspicious users. I'll always be a suspicious user. Honestly, at this rate, you will, because I don't know how to get rid of it. Like, wee sus must be. Oh dear, at some point, one day I'll know how to get suspicious user off you. I just don't know how to do it. Is it like unsuspicious user? How do I do it? Sus, no. If I click on you, if I, user, wee. Okay. Okay, suspicious user monitoring. I don't want to restrict you though. There you go. Actually, that might have fixed it. I might have done it. Okay, I'm so sorry. I thought it was a tiny schedule. It's weird, but it keeps me active. You added them as a VIP. No, they're meant to be a VIP. They're meant to be a VIP. They were just also a suspicious user. And like most of people in chat can't see that, but I can, and the mods can. Suspicious users are basically, you can like be like, oh, this person's been a bit sus before. But Wee Wee hasn't actually been sus. It's just we added them as a suspicious user anyway. I got by suspicious because I mod for ban the actor and the ban cover. Hell yeah. That's the thing, I feel like suspicious user for the most part is not super helpful. Because if people are being like rude, surely you just get rid of them? Maybe that's my naive brain, but like if someone's being rude, I would normally get rid of them. The only time we've used suspicious user, there was like one time with one person where I was like, for their own benefit, I think they're suspicious because like I'm worried about them. And then yeah, for Wee Wee and for George actually, for the same reason as Wee Wee. That was gonna be sad. Yeah, you will always be sus. Do not worry. If someone is being rude, you either get rid of them or you make them no more. True. It's very. It could go either way. Very true. Yeah, rude 1 warning if new, 3 warnings if you've been around a while. That's very lenient. You're a very sweet bean. I will tell you if you're being rude immediately. And if you're still being rude, then like I to be fair, in this chat you have to be pretty bloody rude. Like I think at least it feels like you have to be pretty rude to have anyone call you out on it, but yeah, it's I don't see the reason of just like keeping people around if they're not fun to talk to. Sorry. I've said it many times, I'm probably not as nice as some people give me credit for being. If you're not fun to talk to and you're consistently being rude, I'll just get rid of you. My stream, my rules. Oh, thank you for the heckin' hydrate. Wait, 2 seconds, I need to get this one in and then I will hydrate from my massive mug. Yeah, my god. Oh, speaking of getting banned, a viewer on a stream I mod for talked about how they were banned by a mod for donating 50k bits after being called poor by the same mod for donating 10k. And 11k bits that I mod for. So as a good mod, I am banned. I will say, we have had people donate bits and then treat other people in stream like shit, and I banned them immediately. The person who has donated the most bits on this channel, no, second most bits on this channel, is banned right now for that reason, where they would put down other people, like they would donate bits and then tell other people to shh, be quiet, I'm talking. And it's like, so I banned them. I'll be honest, I don't care if you throw bits in my channel or sub or anything like that. If you do, I appreciate it, but like if you're rude to, especially if you're rude to other people in chat, I'm sorry. Like, I could take a bit of a beating, but if you're rude to other people in chat, like I'm gonna get rid of you immediately. You've only banned maybe 4 people in 2 years, plus a few bots. I have technically banned, what was it, 300,000 people? Because I went through the Captain Root thing, where you basically, but they're not people, most of them, they're bots, or like bot makers or whatever. So they're all banned. And that took 14 hours to ban all of those. Manually, we don't ban people very often. Do not pass a vibe check, go directly to sale. Just pop in and say hi. Oh no, you're fine, take care. Thank you for popping by. It was lovely to see you, Wee Wee. But yeah, look after yourself. I know whenever you pop by to stream, you're either very busy or you're meant to be sleeping or something. So like, yeah, you're fine. Look after yourself. It was lovely to see you though. I could finally get you as a not suspicious user. Oh. He banned them as a joke. So yeah, you unbanned them less than a minute later. That's fair. Hello, cold TAB crowd. It's actually pretty warm because the mug is so big, so it's keeping itself hot. Also, welcome on in, Queen. I hope you're doing well. Use a program. It banned all bots. Yeah, I can pop it in chat if it still works. But bear in mind, if you're going to do it, there are YouTube videos that will also show you how to do it, but oh wait, I have it there. So I have it labeled as follower removal. Oh, it looks different, to be fair. Let me get the link and pop it in chat. If you are a streamer yourself, I would say that it is useful to have this link. Not because you'll have to use it very often, But if you say got bot followed, which has happened to me a few times where I've been bot raided, bot followed, you don't want to manually have to remove, like type in and remove 700 followers or something, right? So what you can do on this is say remove all followers from this second to this second, because they'll all follow you in exactly the same second, and you can immediately delete like the 700 bot follows. It's a really useful website to have on hand, just to keep it to the side. Because the other thing is, well, if you mod for any channels and that happens to them, you can pop that link in the chat, be like, go in here, delete all followers from the second before to the second afterwards, and you're done. Easy. And it'll do it for you. And that way you're not sitting with like 700 bots on your channel. Yeah, good morning, Cthulhu. I hope you're doing well. Welcome on in. No, you're fine, Wee Wee. Take care of yourself. Where people are semi-regularly timed out for like 1 second for memes. Hell yeah. I did a double take on the cat for a second. It's my titties. I hope you're doing well, Majaffas. Welcome on in. Your teas are got like, not right now, it's not, but sometimes it is. Can you also put that in the Discord? Yeah, I can put that in the Discord. Shall I just pop it in the live stream chat? I'll pop it in live stream chat. Oh my god, there is a terrifying bug in live stream chat. There you go. If you need it for later, it's in there. Yeah, Commander root tools are super helpful. They are. Yeah, you had a bot raid. I had multiple bot raids. And they happen when you're live. So you're just like, oh, thanks for the follow, 700 new people. So you can just get rid of them like that. I ended stream before I got rid of them because I was a little bit unsure and I wanted to make sure, but yeah, I got rid of them in a second. A lot of people reach out to me and were really sweet after stream, like, I hope you're doing okay, I'm really sorry that happened to you. And it's like, by the time you've actually reached out to me, I had already got rid of them all. Because I just had to snap that second. It does say titties. Sponsored by Titties again? I'm not sponsored by Titties, but this is merch from the wonderful Bear Boo on Twitch. If you're looking for Titties merch, they have a lot of Titties merch. And it's all very cool, so yeah, I'm not sponsored by them at all, but I really like their merch. And they're a sweet bean. Exhausted spent 4 days in Yorkshire at a quilt show. Was it good though? Did you enjoy yourself? No, you're fine. Never apologize for missing stream. You're all good. Did you enjoy yourself at the quilt show? I never knew bots follow. I thought they even, oh my god. So like hate raids, bot follows. Bot follows are a real problem as well if you want to grow on Twitch. Because if you're, say, applying for affiliate or partner and they can see that you've got like more than a certain percentage of bots following you, you'll be automatically denied. There is like, you cannot hit partner if you have more than a certain number of bots. So what you can do on Commander Root, which is a really useful thing to do every now and again, log in with your Twitch and basically just check to see if you have any bots following you. So if I won't do it completely live because I don't want to like completely dox myself or anything. But I'll do it. It's just loading the followers up right now, which takes just a moment. Once it's loaded all of the followers, you'll get a list and it will show if you have any unusual activity, basically. Oh, there you go. So for instance, I can see right now I am followed by one disabled account, so one person who's disabled their account still follows me. I can see that I'm actually banned, so I've banned 14 people and they still follow me. So I could remove and block them if I wanted to, and that I'm followed from one known bot account. So just one, which is not bad for the amount of followers I have. But then I do check this every now and again. So I just click remove. I've confirmed that this is what I want, yes. And now I am followed by no bot accounts. It's that easy, like really it is that easy. If you want to go through the process of deleting every known bot and blocking them, you can do that. Go and look up a YouTube video on how to do it because it is a bit more specific and I don't remember how to do it off the top of my head. You'll have to excuse me, it's been a couple of years since I did it. But there is a way of deleting every known bot using Commander Root, and I do highly recommend it, but I also would say be ready to keep your PC on for like an entire day because it's a process that takes a really long time and you can't turn your PC off midway through. So if that is something you're gonna do, just be prepared that your PC is gonna be on for a really, really long time. I'd love to be sponsored by Titty, to be fair, same. Who wouldn't be? I was like, nah, can't be. Has to be like tedious or some weird English word. No, it's just tits! I flipped to a more only word, save me many headaches before, that's fair. Like, make your stream space somewhere that you can also enjoy. It was amazing, hell yeah! I'm to be fair, I'm not surprised that you enjoyed it, but I'm still glad that you did. Hell yeah. Oh dear, I'm glad you had a good old time. It sounds like a really fun time. I don't even do quilting really, and I think I'd have a good time there. It sounds great. Also, Pale Lady, welcome on in and thank you for the follow. It's very kind of you. Will it unfollow my Moobot? No. So bot accounts are, well, first of all, I'd be surprised if Moobot followed you. Normally you just mod Moobot, but no, it's to do with basically accounts that are created for botting. Yeah, it's a little different. It's the ones that come into your stream and say, hey, check out big follows, comment to my link kind of thing. It's those accounts that it targets. Moobot, it shouldn't really be following you anyway. It should be that they just modded on your chat. Same with like Nightbot and stuff. They don't follow people because they're bots. Sound. If it accidentally blocks all your chat, I mean, that would be hilarious. It didn't do that, thankfully. If all of my chat turned out to be bots, all of this time, all of you were bots, and you never once thought to tell me that you were all bots. Jeez, wow, I can't believe it. I can't believe you guys. Well, it's still like 12 hours. Yeah, it took 14 hours for me. And the last bit in particular was so slow. I kept saying like it was nearly done and then it just never was. I wonder how many I have. Only 500 followers. Watch me go down to 100. It is useful to check though, because if you are ever looking to grow on Twitch and you have like a large bot following, it will negatively affect you. I'm not a bot, I promise. No, you're fine. Listen, as soon as you type when you haven't asked for like my credit card details, I'm like, it's probably not a bot. That being said, also, you could just be a regular. The regulars do regularly ask for my credit card details, and I've yet to give it to them. But, you know, one day I'm sure I'll crack. But bot, it's news to me. No, you shouldn't be, Sleeves. I don't think you are. It's true, we are bots of society. So deep, hell yeah. You're right. Oh my god. Yeah, it is worth, if you're a streamer, just keep it bookmarked. You hope that you never have to use it. It is useful to check for if you have a lot of bots following you. It's also been useful for me in the past to be like, okay, how many if someone I banned still follows you, depending on why you ban them, that can be quite like a situation. So it's sometimes worth, as much as it sucks to remove the follows, especially if you're trying to grow, it is sometimes worth just banning and blocking people who are banned on your channel, but make that decision yourself. You see, I've got 14 banned people. I don't mind too much if banned people follow my content, and I will normally go on an individual basis. If I ban someone for something really bad, I'll then make sure that they're blocked and stuff like that. Most of the time people are banned this channel, they probably don't even realize they still follow me. Yeah. So I'm like, I'll take your follow, whatever. Oh dear. Is that day today? Yes, 'tis the day. I can't actually remember what I said, but whatever I said, it is that day. Yes. 'Tis the day. But whatever I said, yes. First, get some heckin' drinks. I would never. On an unrelated note, what's your credit card? Oh yeah, sorry, did you forget it? I'll write it down. I'll post it to you in the Discord. Don't worry. If I write it down, then you can just take a screenshot of it quickly in case you forget. I'm a good bean. Don't say I never did anything. Oh dear. Most bans aren't for anything serious enough to need blocking. Yeah, there's very few people that I felt the need to block. I think most time, and like, it's not that what they're saying isn't bad, because like, of course it is. If you've been banned in this chat, you've said something pretty bad. But normally it's stuff like, you know, show me your titties. I say no, they call me like a bitch or something and I ban them. It's like, okay, cool. It's a very standard interaction. Like, I would still rather that interaction not happen, but like, I don't feel like I'm about to be in any danger because of it. Whereas there are some people that I banned and blocked because I do feel like they are a danger to either myself or my community. And at that point, yeah, I do that manually. I wouldn't do that through Commander Root because as soon as I notice a problem, they'd be gone. Oh dear. Oh, there's Leaves. Thank you for the hydrate. Welcome on in, Sunkoi. I was just telling everyone my credit card number and the 3 digits on the back. Welcome on in. I was also just talking a bit about Commander Root. I don't know if you know of Commander Root, Sunkoi. Basically, I'd like to spread it to anyone, any streamer who hasn't heard of it because it's such a useful tool. Commander Root also actually now works with Twitch, and they have done since the hate raids. So you know they're legit when they've made a service good enough to like actually work with Twitch at this point to help prevent some of the hate raids that were happening back in the day. I mean, they still happen now, but they were so rampant for a while. Oh dear. There you go. And there. Blocking is mostly used for me, at least, if they get banned and then they start sending whispers. Yeah, I don't often get whispers. How to put it? I think a lot of the people that I ban, there's a mentality that you can kind of see with them. So a lot of the people that I ban very much infantilize me. And that's not necessarily why they're banned, but they kind of speak to you in a way where they look down on you, or they see you as like just a young woman who's dumb and silly and doesn't really understand how things work. And so when they message me, they assume that I'm not the one who banned them, that it was one of my mods, and they threaten my mods. Because they're like, oh, there's no way that Jelly would ever ban anyone. Like, no, too sweet, too innocent, would never ban anyone. And so I very rarely get rude messages about myself. I tend to get them about my mods, which, by the way, if anyone banned here is listening, if you threaten my mods even a little bit, you will never be unbanned. Never. And most of the time I won't even read your unban request. I'll just leave it there. Because we do not, threatening the mods is probably the best way to get permanently banned on this channel, to be quite honest. Yeah, I will never unban you. Never. And I'll write it as a note on your profile as well, so that if I'm sharing ban information with other people, they know that you're a threat to their mod team. I'll make it so that everybody knows. Everybody knows the nasty stuff you said to my mods. Because funnily enough, most streamers don't take it kindly when you threaten their mods. People that are only trying to keep their stream safe. So yeah, I make sure that I leave a note, and then when I share my ban information with people, I'll be like, look at the note. It's right there. You can see why I banned them. There you go. So that everyone can know that you have threatened my mods. It's just a very bad look. A very, very bad look. What was the name of it again? I'll pop it in the chat. It's in the live stream chat on the Discord, but there it is, Sunkoi. It's Commander Root. I've been using Twitch Insights a lot to save my watchers and bots while modding. That's honestly very smart. Very smart. I'm new and fingers faster than reading. What are your channel rules? Like, honestly, we're pretty normal channel rules. We do have specifically the rule of no age chat. Please do not put your age in the chat. I will immediately time you out or ban you if you keep doing it. It's probably the one that we've had to be most strict on. Unfortunately, I am very much of the mindset that no place on Twitch is a safe space, and so you shouldn't be putting in private information like that, which could make you a target. And you might think that your age is not a target, but unfortunately on Twitch it can be. Please just don't put your age in chat. Other than that, it's very normal rules. Be nice to people. Let's not do any of the phobias or the isms. And then, yeah, it's pretty standard. If you ever need them, I think they are below the stream as well. But the main one that tends to catch people out is the age chat, where I'm like, no age talk. Oh, and we don't have links. That's the other one that gets people. You won't be banned for posting a link. It will just time you out for 5 seconds. But it's just so you know in advance. Yeah, don't post links. You'll get timed out. Do you have Whispers open? I do have Whispers open. I have Whispers open, and I'm open on Twitter and Instagram as well. I expect a day will come where I'll have to close them, but until that happens, I'm keeping it open as long as possible, because people use those avenues to ask me for advice outside of streaming. When it's like I made something on stream, we've had quite a few chatters who just don't want to ask middle of stream. And afterwards I'll be like, hey, do you mind if I just quickly check what thread were you using? Or hey, do you mind if I just quickly check what material were you sewing into? And like, I would kind of hate to have to close Whispers for those people who are a bit too shy to ask in the public. Because I get that. I used to be like that as well. But I'm sure one day I'll have to close it. I think most streamers get to a point where keeping the Whispers open is like risky business. But until we get to that stage, I'll keep them open. Respect for the mods. Hell yeah, I block all whispers from strangers. Fair. Also very fair. I remember my settings for them, but it's not like complete no-nos ones. I sometimes have to have them open for people with genuine questions. That's the thing, it's like, most of the time what I get through whispers is actually very just genuine, like questions about crafts or stream or cosplay competitions, stuff like that. Most of what I've had, I've been maybe very lucky, is very sweet, genuine questions, and so it would be a shame to close it for that. Respect all the mods. They do good work. Exactly. It's like the best way of getting permanently banned. Thanks for the link. Yeah, you can check if you've got lots of bots following you on there, but mainly it's there's two things that I mainly recommend it for. There is a service on that which you can block every single known bot, which makes you less of a target for bot raids, but also like, you know, when people come into chat or bots come into chat and they're like, give me your credit card information and we can get you followers, kind of thing. It blocks a lot of that, which is why we don't have a huge amount of that in my chat, because a lot of those bots are just automatically banned. And then also, if you're trying to grow on Twitch, if you're trying to become a partner, it's really useful for checking if you have a lot of bots following you, because that can get you denied for partner and you won't necessarily know why. So yes, and affiliate as well, to be honest. Like, if you're aiming for affiliate, if you have, like, if half your followers are bots, you won't get affiliate, kind of thing. So it's best to just know. I think a lot of the time it can be a lot more upsetting if you don't know why you're not able to get it when it looks like you should. Yeah. Oh dear. What about being hydrophobic? Absolutely not allowed. No hydrophobia. We love water. Very small. I closed mine within a week or so. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, though, I've said this many times, most of the time, the ones that will get you blocked are making comments about other people in the community, because I'm pretty thick-skinned, and that's why it kind of frustrates me when people infantilize me on Twitch. Like, yes, I am a young woman, but I'm not a child. I'm not a literal child, and it's why I don't like being called baby names either. Or not baby names, what are they called? Pet names. I don't like being called pet names. And while it's not like an explicit rule on the channel, anytime someone calls me a pet name, I will call them out on it. So it's not a rule, but you will be called out if you call me pet names, because people often use it to, like, make me seem stupider than everybody else. And especially, God, it's gonna get a little bit political. As a disabled person, someone who has been registered as disabled for about 4 or 5 years now, there is a change in the way that people that you know speak to you when you become disabled. And a lot of people in my life, friends and family, started calling me pet names when I became disabled, and they wouldn't have done it before. But they did, because now I'm a poor, sad soul living in a house that can't leave the house without assistance. And so I very closely link pet names with people seeing me as a pitiable thing. And so, you know, I really dislike it. It's very icky to me, and most of the time when people do it the first time, I'm like, please don't call me a pet name. And they're very respectful. Like, we've had people who used to call me pet names like 2 years ago, and I was like, please don't call me pet names, and they are respectful to this day, and they've never done it again. You know, they're very, very sweet about it. But it's not technically a rule in the channel, it's just like, yeah. And people call me like sweetie and dear and stuff like that. It might be like a normal vocalism for you, so I apologize if you get caught in the crossfire. But in my experience, it's normally used to, yeah, it's used as a way to pity me for my situation. And like, I can't tell you how gross that makes me feel. Oh dear. 20 DMs are closed so I don't get spammed with people. Oh yeah, the amount of people that offer me graphics for my stream. Bless you, I do all my own graphics, and every time you say, your graphics are looking old, and I'm just like, I made that. Or your graphics are looking a little, like, cheap, and I'm just like, I made that graphic. I get it on Twitter a lot. I don't respond to them, but every single time I'm like, is there something wrong with my graphics? Excuse me. Also, Amazonia, welcome on in. I hope you're doing it. Just speaks to sexism as well. Oh, absolutely. It's that I can be the person who shows you how to do the thing. I was having a conversation with somebody about it. I think it was Shifty, but it could have been somebody else off stream about it the other day as well, where it's like, there is a way that certain people talk to you, and it's like, you can really tell the kind of person they are, and it's like, okay, you see me as a small petite woman who can't do anything outside of, like, woman things, like sewing. She's great at sewing because she's a woman. But as soon as she does things like, say, speedrunning, oh no, that's a man's thing. Women don't do speedrunning. And you get a lot of comments like that, and you can instantly be like, ugh, okay, I know the kind of person you are. I know what you think of me. It's very frustrating, but it's also kind of just something, is what Twitch is like a lot of the time. You kind of just get used to it. It's frustrating, but it is. Yeah, that was me. It's very icky. Yeah, it was very icky. I can't remember what happened. Something happened. Just use a robot website and one of my followers is marked to the bot. But this was an actual person who used to stream and such. They might have sold their channel, potentially. Also, Cia, thank you for the lurk. Welcome on in and thank you. Yeah, we're slowly building it up. It needs this big bubbly yellow bit and then it'll be done. Sorry. Let me just scream at you. Good luck. Not at all. Be honest, how many beads do you have? So many. I can't tell you. Thousands of beads. I love beads and they make me happy and so I keep them. I experience a lot of ageism in the cosplay community. Older crafters. Yeah. Stop sending messages too early. Oh, okay. Older crafters. I had someone express surprise seeing a man behind a social and that was a long time. Yeah, that's a... There's so much to unpack there. Oh my god. That is... Yeah. I'm very sorry that happened, Sunkoi. Genuinely. You're right. There's a lot to unpack. It's probably because of Celeste. Probably. Yeah, probably. Oh, dear. I mean, speedrunning... Oh my god, Spoopy! Welcome on in, thank you so much for the follow. We have some spooky beans here. I was gonna say, speedrunning is still quite a male-dominated thing, and so to an extent, you can kind of see why it might be a nice thing to see a woman in the field, where there are a lot more men running it. And what I would say as well, from other speedrunners, no sexism. The other speedrunners are just happy to see someone speedrun a game that they love. So I want to be very clear, it's other people, it's people that don't speedrun the games. Normally. The speedrunners have been great, wonderful people. They're like, listen, if you need a good tutorial, I've got a good tutorial, you're struggling with that level, let me get you this. They're fantastic. Very cool. They're just enthusiastic about something they love. But there are a group of people on Twitch who, if you're doing something outside of your gender role, it's like, what? And you'd think that it wouldn't be. You'd think because it's online, you'd have a lot more, like, it wouldn't bother people so much. Oh, but it do. It does, but it do. Older crafters looking down on me, diminishing my skills because I'm younger. Literally get people saying, I don't know what I'm talking about with crafting because I'm young. Yeah, which, that is mental to me. Don't you have it listed that you're the current world champion? Like, I feel like it takes 2 ounces of reading to be like, this is one of the most skilled people in the craft right now. Like, become a world champion and then we'll talk kind of thing. I don't know. Oh, it's not that obviously other people won't be better at certain skills, but it seems like a weird assumption to make. They didn't want sewing. That must be what it is. It's a lot of poppy. Yeah. And like, also, it's weird to assume... I've talked about this before, but like, if we're talking about sewing and like fashion design, I'm sure a lot of the big fashion designers that pop into people's heads are male. Like, some of the biggest people in fashion design, in sewing and crafting, are men. And like... It's weird to assume. Obviously, even there's a lot more to unpack with the Sunkoi situation because you're they, them. But it's still weird to assume that would be a weird thing to see when a lot of the leaders in that group are men. Like, but it is a very like woman thing. But that doesn't really make any sense. In the same way that women being in the kitchen makes no sense when all the top chefs are men. There's a lot to unpack in this conversation. But yeah, I remember having a conversation with, I think, yeah, it was Shifty, after the Celeste speedrun, because you kind of have to have a bit of a thick skin, and like, I'm not saying that it should happen, and it should be like that, but like, if you're going into something that maybe isn't considered common with your gender role on Twitch, like, people will treat you weirdly. Like, and that's just that, and it's very unfortunate, because I really enjoyed doing the Celeste speedrun. I had a really, really good time. It's like the one slight silver lining of speedrunning a game ever is that you will get weird people messaging you. And it's such a shame. It's such a shame because I'm sure that these people also love the game, but the way that they approach people make it less fun sometimes. Also, Assault, welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. Speedrunners are just happy to see other people. Yeah, like all the speedrunners I talked to were really nice. And like really sweet, and they also were really just like, listen, if you ask for help, I'll give you help. But otherwise, like, I'm just happy to watch someone else who enjoys the game. That was it. They were really, really good. Honestly, speedrunners are some of the most fun people to have in your audience a lot of the time. At least in my experience. Like, having people who speedrun in your audience, you just know you're gonna have a chill chatter who's just here for a fun game. and it's nice. Same with cooking, yeah. Absolutely irks me. It's not just a discrimination, but also people doing, also the people who think that someone outside the norm doing something like speedrunning is amusing. That's a good word for it. Amusing, yes. Yeah, even with my awards, I've had people say it was a bad year, you got lucky, which is wild because the quality was the best I'd ever seen. The finalists were all sewing based, no giant robot costumes and armor. Says something about what people, Americans, oh wait, you're all going too fast, my chat's too big for this. Think it's impressive and skilled costume. I am seeing more Americans going towards sewing, but I do think there is a big stigma, not just in America, I want to say everywhere, but there's more American cosplay competitions where armor is the only winner. The restaurant industry is very dominated and yet cooking is a woman's job. Yeah, also what happened? Oh, did I miss something? I missed something. Oh dear. And I'm not allowed to see it because I've got goddamn settings. God damn it! Oh dear. I don't have a kitchen right now. I mean, unless the bits of it are in the skip outside count. Want me to go to the kitchen? God. No, please. Enjoy your sitting. I can DM me it. Sorry, I'm a terrible streamer. I like to know when people say rude stuff to me. It makes... I worked in retail for a long time. I am damaged. I'm damaged and I like to know. But then I've got all of these mods and what... I think is it Better Twitch Television? I think it's Better Twitch Television. I think it's through that it stops me seeing it. I like to hear the drama. I do. I'm all in it for the drama. That's what everyone says about me. I'm just 100% in it for drama. Wait, which DM? Because we talk to each other on a lot of different platforms, Shifty. Why do we talk to each other on so many different platforms? Wait, it's not this one either? Wait a second. Is it maybe in the mod channel? Maybe it's in the mod channel. God, we talk to each other on too many different platforms. It is in the mod channel. Got it. I think they were joking, but I could see probably not wanting that in chat during a serious discussion. Yeah, fair. Oh dear. Free market capitalism. Boric! Welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. Oh dear. Trying to think, like, I can't remember the messages I got sent over to this. I will say, Final Fantasy speedrunning, but then I was a smaller person then. That was a lot chiller for the most part. I'd had less people saying weird things to me during the Final Fantasy one. And it is a much less run game, but yeah, and also maybe I have rose-tinted glasses because I love that game so goddamn much. I'm really hoping they do a remake for that game. I know it's technically on the cards, and I'm like, it's all I can think about every single day. Oh dear. Yeah. It's weird, it's frustrating, and I feel like there's not really any place for it on Twitch anymore, for the most part. It's just a shame that you still see it cropping up. Final Fantasy speedrunning is intense. I amaze anyone do it, they're so long. It's so much fun though. Like, and let me just say, as the slowest person in my category with the longest run, I had a really good time. I really enjoyed it. I did Final Fantasy 9. I think it was before you followed, so probably you would have missed those runs. But the first thing I sped was Final Fantasy 9. My first run was 13.5 hours, but my current run time is 11.5 hours, I think, which is still way below, way above where everyone else is. And I want to get that time down one day. But it was really fun, and I had a really, really good time. Yeah, it was a bit too far. There's a time and a place. It's just a badly timed joke, honestly. Yeah, just timing out so that the message is gone. Oh dear. I know folks used to do 10. 10 as well has such a high encounter rate. So like, you are constantly encountering. Like, and I played the HD version of 9 and the encounter rate is much lower. So when I was watching people do 10 and they're literally encountering something every like 2 steps, it's like, Jesus Christ, it's so frustrating. Oh dear. Yeah, that's I don't think I could do that. I think that would get me too much. I don't want to be stopped every 2 seconds. Very RNG heavy. I mean, Final Fantasy 9 is normally RNG heavy, but if you play the HD version, or which is what I did, for some reason the encounter rate is much lower. Like, you can very easily go through several sections in a row without a single encounter, and it actually means that there are times where you have to stop and just run in a circle until you encounter something because you're not leveling up enough to learn your abilities. Yeah, it's like a different kind of challenge where initially the challenge should be that you're trying to avoid encounters because they up your time. But when you do the HD one, it's like you need to start forcing encounters, because otherwise, yeah, you don't learn the abilities on time. And that was like, when I was practicing the runs, that was a lot of what I was running into, was like, oh, I haven't learned charge because I haven't had a single encounter kind of thing. And yeah, it meant that like I was equipping things for much longer than I should have to, and I wasn't learning certain skills, and it's just because, yeah. We're getting there, but I'm gonna drink some tea. Very RNG heavy. Also, Asylum, welcome on in. Anyone doing speedruns so bad? I do not have the attention span. I didn't think I would, but here we are. But it, you know, depending on the run, and also just for practicing in general, it is a lot. It is a lot. Sorry, my massive cup of tea. How are you doing, by the way, Asylum? How goes the costume stuff? We were talking about TwitchCon a little earlier because, what was it? Amazonia Cos did the maths, and apparently last year they announced the cosplay contest on the 21st, so tomorrow of February. I don't think they're going to announce it tomorrow just because they've only just announced the convention, but I have hope. I am hopeful that they announce it soon. Okay, Speedrun was you spedrun getting over it? Isn't that one of the most frustrating speedruns to do? Wait. You're like, oh yeah, the only one I did was one of the most frustrating speedruns ever. Ah, dear. I don't have the patience for speedrunning. I get frustrated when I can't do something in a game, let alone do it myself. Yeah, to be fair, it's a lot of practice. I completely get that. It can get very frustrating. It was a pain. Yeah, I imagine it was. I feel like that's one of the most frustrating games. They announced it the same day they opened the submissions. Yeah, it's the call for content, innit? I think that's what they call it. Call for content. And yeah, everything was open pretty much the same day, but then they staggered the closing because like the cosplay competition last year was the last one to close. Like the applications for Artist Alley, the drag showcase and all of that closed way before well, not way before, but they closed before the cosplay one did. Well, I'm pretty sure the cosplay one was the last one open. Oh, I might need a couple more than that. A little further than I thought it was. That's okay though. There. There you go. Nice. Okay, cool. Everything's at a standstill. I travelled to Belgium last week because my mum is in hospital. Not sure now about any of the competitions I wanted to enter. I did bring 2 projects to work on, as your mum had a sewing machine. That's very fair. Like, at the end of the day, as much as I like spam competition chat, you know, family has to come first. Family and friends will always come before competing. Because at the end of the day, if you don't make one for this year, you could always enter next year with us. I mean, yes, you might have to start a new cosplay to be within the guidelines, but I'd welcome you as a competitor. And you get to fight me in the ring. Oh dear. And Amazonia. And maybe a couple of other people that are already thinking like this year's like a no-go, but next year I might be able to do it. There we go. Wow. Nah. Ooh. Honestly, I always forget how long this takes. I really enjoy it, so the time kind of flies by while I'm doing it. I always forget that it's a really slow process. Like, oh yeah, I can do this in like, you know, a few minutes. Nah. Ottilie keeps saying about me, and then being, yeah, you and Ottilie would be in the same category, and you're both very good at what you do, which is really exciting. It's really exciting from like a watching point of view, because often larger than life is like a bit of an under-repped category. Having you both in the same one is like, I think it's really, really fun. Obviously, I think you're making very, very different costumes is the only thing. Ottilie doing a very large transformation piece. I think she said she was looking for it was a 7-meter wingspan, but like that's what she's doing is big transformation wingspan piece. Was it 7 meters or 7 feet? I think it was 7 meters. It was huge. Both big wings are true. You are both, but it's larger than life. You got to do something big, right? If it's not big legs, it's big wings or big tail or something. There must be something large. Yes, it's cool. I like as well that there is a lot of things that line up, but you're both doing it in very different ways. Like, you're both using electronics, but in very different ways. You're both doing big wings, but it's very different. I wouldn't want to be one of the judges, that's for sure. Oh dear. Coscraft bought new lace footwear. That's perfect for the other costume. TwitchCon depends on where the streaming, on when the streaming has to be. Yeah. Well, we're hoping they open it soon, so that we can have the rules and we can have a good snoop through them. Soon. Hopefully. Well, that might be too many actually. Let's just do 2. Oh dear. March to Enemy. Yeah, it's normally when you need to have like the fully titled and tagged stream soon. I'm very tempted to buy Warhammer Fest Cosplay Comp 2. Warhammer Cosplay Fest. Hell yeah, that sounds pretty fun. I like the idea of that. I think that sounds pretty good. Oh my god, a silent raid. How the hell did you sneak in here like that? Wait a second. Did I miss the raid alert? Welcome on in, Orphan. I hope you're doing well. How was your stream? Potato. Oh, officially being... Oh, raided. Potato. But what is potato? Welcome on in there. I hope you're all doing well. Hi, Chair. Hi, Orphan. Hi, Liquids. Hi, Weird. Hi, Chauffeur. And mid-afternoon. I hope you're all doing well. Potato. What is potato? Oh god, sorry, my music's given up again. 2 seconds. Get back in here, please. How was your stream? What did you get up to? What kind of crafts were you doing today? I'm making an assumption you were doing crafts here. Maybe you were doing something different. Yeah. What kind of crafts were you doing today? Potato. I was looking forward to meeting you, as I did not expect anyone to be there. I should do some work. I miss streaming. Well, yeah, but if you've got a lot of live stuff going on, you shouldn't be beating yourself up about it. I hope when you get back to streaming, it is fun, though. Yes. Oh dear. Potato. I closed the damn tab. Welcome on in though. How was your stream? What did you get up to? We've been talking about TwitchCon cosplay again. I'm so sorry, we are a broken record. But I know quite a few people that are looking to enter this year, and I'm really excited to see what they make. And then we're talking about what people are going to be entering into next year. Hell yeah. You say Orphy. Learn how to It's one day. Wow. Potato. Okay. Potato. Who says potato? Potato. Just cross-stitching and add. Oh no, you're fair. Hell yeah. If you need to get some snacks or anything like that, please do. When is TwitchCon? TwitchCon is the first weekend of July, I believe, this year in Europe. We're talking about European TwitchCon. I'm not entering this year, but I entered the cosplay competition last year. So basically, I'm just excited to see everyone's entry for this year. I want to enter into TwitchCon EU 2024. So next year, have a year off so that I can use the full time to make a new costume. We got a yes. Oh dear, I'm just so excited. I'm so excited as well. I love, like, this is what I like. We've been talking about some of the butt pits of Twitch. One of the best bits is like with the cosplay stuff, being able to talk to all the other cosplayers as they're making their costumes, being able to like chat for months and then meet in person at the convention is like so much fun. It's such a lovely dynamic for a cosplay competition. I had so much fun last year. I really hope that everyone who does get in this year has just as much fun as we had last year, because it was great. I'm also having 2024 as a location easy to drive to. Fair. Wait, where are my sound alerts? The heck? Do you guys mind if I wiggle them? I think they need a bit of a wiggle. Thank you so much for the follow. I'm sorry that it's not popping up. Either it's going to come late, which is kind of what I think will happen, or I need to reload this. Come on. All right, if I try that. No? You don't want to? Why not? I can see that you're here. I can see that you're there. Do you wanna try that again, maybe? Oh, I don't know. Oh, is it because of an update? I don't know if I should do the update while I'm live. Should I do the update while I'm live? Come on. Nope. Oh well, we gave it a good go. Technology is not my forte. I'm a seamstress through and through. Pet Lato. Oh. 8th of the night. Thank you, Vincent. Also, welcome on in, Vincent. I hope you're doing well. My helpful lake jellyfish should have... Oh, bless you. It's lovely to see you though. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, we're just chatting about TwitchCon, being excited beans. So next year, Amazonia and Otley Tiffin, who are both Twitch streamers, I don't know if you guys know them, they're both planning on entering the larger than life category, and I've heard both of their ideas. I've seen plans for both of their ideas, and they're both such fun costumes. And so often you see the larger than life category is just underrepresented because they are hard work, those big costumes. But like, from what I've seen already, it sounds like it's going to be an amazing category next year. Hopefully it's an amazing category this year as well. I mean, I know a couple people that are looking to enter in larger, and they do look pretty damn cool. You can learn to use a whiteboard. You learn... Oh, yeah. Updating my clothes. Oh, true. Yeah, be careful. Also, anime, speaking of people, and Sunkoi, speaking of people that are entering TwitchCon cosplay contest this year, both anime and Sunkoi are. I went to Outstand last year, same time as TwitchCon, and there were so many cool people around. We couldn't find the convention center initially, and we just followed the stream of people with colorful hair. Shiny was just like, yeah, they're all going in the same direction, and they all kind of look like Twitch people. Do you want to just follow them? And it's like, yeah. That's how we found the convention. Oh dear, I've been hoarding sound alerts. About to get 100. Wait, really? 100 sounds for each alert now. Would you like to borrow some? Oh my god, I could use some. I've managed to get a few bit ones, but we're doing the same thing of like slowly climbing up to 100. But I only add one when I find like a sound that I'm like, yeah, this is the one. This is what I want. Which means it's been a bit slower than I would have liked. Oh dear. But yeah, I'm very excited. I'm very excited to see what everyone makes for TwitchCon. For this year, for next year. I just love it. The whole environment around on Twitch is so much fun. I bet, often, literally, listen, you're looking for a cosplay competition? Are you looking for one? I'm just you on. It's my goal to get everyone into the cosplay competition. Wow. Oh, these would work. Oh, thank you for the party, Scott. I appreciate it. I hope you're having a nice look. Wow. Wow. We like to party. 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 The mega bus is coming and everybody's jumping. New York to San Francisco and interstate free disco. The wheels are still on turning and traffic lights are burning. So if you like the party, come on and move your body. Bam, 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 bam. You're not European. Oh. They have an American one, but yeah, we'll see. I'm really hoping they open up the rules a little bit for like more people to enter in general. I know someone who could join Larger Than Life is going to make Child. Really? It's from I've played enough games. I've fought Child and done that a few times. That's really cool. That's cool. Is that for this year's Larger Than Life? Hell yeah. Banger alert, thank you. And yes, it's going to be a lot of Genshin. I know 2 other people. It's going to make a Genshin character. Hell yeah. Not American either. Damn it. Well, I'm so sorry. I'm really hoping though that they open up the borders, not borders, but like to more countries to be able to enter. I feel really bad for all the cosplayers because there's quite a few cosplayers on Twitch from Australia who can never enter a TwitchCon cosplay contest. And listen, I'm just saying, it'd be a different game. Let the Australians in, at least. There's quite a few Australian cosplayers, and I feel like they have a lot to offer. It'd be really cool to see them in a TwitchCon, but it is what it is. Shaking the bars, let me in! TwitchCon mainland China, when? Yeah, it'd be so nice if they just had a few more. Just a few more for like, or like just open it so that other people can enter. I'm sure there's a reason why they haven't done it, because like otherwise why would they not? But it'd be cool if they did. I'm not sure where you are, but the US allows all of North and South America. Yeah, but yeah. Oh dear. Honestly, I kind of just want to fight Blapple. Blapple's a really amazing cosplayer, and I'm kind of annoyed that I can never fight Blapple in a TwitchCon scenario. I want to fight Blapple. I love Blapple. I also want to fight them. I want to fight them in cosplay. You're supposed to put the legs next to the flag, aren't you? Oh yeah, where are your legs? The Aussie join, I know exactly who's gonna win. Yeah, it'd be so cool if we got Sindri, who makes really cute cosplays, got Blapple. I'm sure there's lots of Australian cosplayers who aren't even on Twitch as well. Nat, there's quite a few. Nat, Sindri's bauble. There's probably others I'm forgetting. A contest you can enter for, there is polymanga and arts play. It's country at places you can be from any country. That's a good one. Hell yeah, I like that. Oh, thank you for the legs. Also, Biggest, welcome on in. Your duck is still in place. No one has stolen it yet. I was going to steal it and I forgot to do it before the end of the charity event, which means that I'm still duckless. I will steal it back one day, but right now you are still a duck. Oh dear. Yeah, it'd be cool if we could get a few other cosplayers from other countries and stuff like that. I'm sure there's a reason that I'm just not aware of in this particular case, but I don't know, if I could change, it'd be pretty damn cool. Like, I don't know, some cool cosplayers that aren't in specifically Europe or America, that'd be pretty cool. Still killing for stealing it. No, you're good. We love it when people steal the ducks. It's a part of the culture on this channel. It's theft. Oh dear. Come on. I see you. Get on my... There you are. Yeah, just talking about TwitchCon cosplay contest right now. I'm very excited. I get very overexcited about this topic. Oh dear. I did art for play in 2019. It's held in France. It's a really well-run costume. Tax reasons jelly because of the prizes. Damn it! Is it tax reasons? No. That's a harder one to sort. God damn it. Taxes. Why is it like this? Oh dear. I just want to fight my favorite cosplayers in the ring. Why do taxes have to get in the way of my competitiveness? Again. Oh dear. Also, I should say, for anyone who came with the orphan raid, we're making a candy corn. I hope it's relatively obvious. We're just doing a little sparkly candy corn. I'm waiting for it to be able to make a next costume, but also I'm waiting for some yarn in the post and some kind of in between jobs at the moment. So it's like, you know what, candy corn time then. And I can't do the other things. I'm also very excited. I hope to finish all the clothing so far in these coming weeks. Yes. Oh dear. I'm so excited to see everyone's cosplay come together. I'm absolutely doing like a watch along on Discord or something when everyone goes on stage. I want to watch everyone with everyone on Discord. I never really do watch alongs, but that's like one where I'm like, we're doing it. We're doing a watch along of TwitchCon cosplay contest. I cannot not do it. There's no tax on the prizes because of European rules. US has big taxes on contestants, it's even bigger if you're not from the country. So that's why they don't allow people outside, because other countries that have different tax laws about competitions, that it could get messy. Yeah, though, you know what? That does make a lot of logical sense. God damn it. Did you get no mods? No, we were having a conversation about sexism on Twitch, and you told me to make a sandwich. It was just very inappropriate timing, Frem. The mods are the same, and they're good beans. The person who was in the wrong here was you. For not reading the goddamn room. Oh, dearie me. There's time and the place for jokes. Music is even vacation. Oh yes, you're rushing before vacation, is it? Are you gonna run off and eat something? Hell yeah. Get some heckin' snacks, and thank you. Yeah, no, I feel the same. After stream pretty much every day, I run and I eat. Or I run and I sleep. There's one or the other. Also, Lee Hayes, welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. Welcome, welcome. We're making candy corn. It is the right time of year for this. Oh dear. Oh. I hope I can find time to do enough of Gwendolyn to enter Twitch. Not knowing job things, it makes it super difficult to know. Yeah, that's very, very fair. I mean, the thing is, if you couldn't get into TwitchCon, there are, like, just because of time limits and stuff like that, there are cosplay competitions that sound pretty good at Cos Expo. There's Crown Champions. Most of them, because it's only really TwitchCon that has the rule of, like, you can't have entered it into anything else kind of thing. I think all of the others, you should be able to enter it into. And also, you wouldn't have even entered it into TwitchCon if you didn't make it in time. So that wouldn't even be a... brain slow, that didn't even work. Yeah, that wouldn't even be a factor, so surely... Because it's going to be, like, a really high-quality costume. It'd be a shame to have it... unless you don't want to enter it, in which case, you know, very fair. Like, you do what you enjoy. It almost feels like a shame that it wouldn't be in something. I know that's always my backup with costumes. If I can't enter them into the competition, that I want to find like another competition that's like a few months later. I would be like, I'll enter that one instead. The only one that doesn't really work with is TwitchCon, because it has like the rules of you could only make it within a certain time limit, but all of the other ones don't really have that, so I'm always like, okay, if I don't make, I've done it with this one as well. If this next costume, I don't make it in time for TwitchCon, I'm going to enter it into Crowns. But I would prefer to enter it into TwitchCon. So that's my goal. But if I don't, I'll just wait a few months. You're gonna have to go starring? No, please don't apologize. You are welcome to leave whenever you need. Look after yourself and enjoy the rest of your day. Oh dear. Oh, the worst that happens is I make some progress and enter something else. Yeah, exactly. We still get to see it, hopefully, in a competitive sense, because it's such a nice costume. It would be really nice to see it like that. Hell yeah. With such high quality costumes as well, it'd almost be a shame. Well, it would be a shame, but unless you don't want to, and then it's fine. But if you do want to, it would be a shame. It's difficult. I'm a very pushy person. I'm trying really hard not to be so pushy. I actually made sounds intending for ECG qualifiers. I entered Crown because the timings lined up, and hell yeah! The rest is history. But clearly that was a very good decision. Yeah, I mean, I was originally going to make Mateus for Crowns, but then because TwitchCon announced its first European cosplay contest and everything lined up really well with the timings and the rules and stuff, it was like, oh, well, I mean, I am a Twitch streamer most of the time. Why don't I just enter that? You know? Oh dear. Oh dear. Brenda's gonna be so nice, it is. Oh dear. I can't wait. I can't wait to see a lot of people's costumes finished right now. Like, being able to watch the process of making the costumes on Twitch, it's so much fun. Like, I would say making costumes on Twitch is fun, but there is definitely just watching someone do a really difficult costume from start to finish. And it's very motivating, very motivating. Ah, dear, I love it, I love it. Twitch is a great place for cosplay motivation. You got time with nachos? Hell yeah! I hope you enjoy your heckin' nachos. Shifty is in fact still here. I wouldn't have had time to do the ECG finals costumes and props, so it worked out well, and now I can do TwitchCon. Yeah, exactly. Hell yeah. I really hope that you can enter. I'm so sorry, I don't want to risk pronouncing the next costume, but I really hope that you can enter the one that you've been working on and doing like multiple of into TwitchCon this year. It's just such a fun experience. I really hope that you can enter it. I totally understand if the rules are as we suspect they are, where it might not be ideal so that you could do Maleficent the next year, but I kind of really hope that you can. I really hope that you can. It'd be wonderful to watch it. I know, I just don't want to wait a whole year to see you at TwitchCon. To be honest, this is what it is. I want to see you on stage before next year, but you know, I obviously totally understand if that's not going to be viable, because the priority is being able to show Maleficent. Dear, palace and praises. Let's see if I'm braiding excitement about starting Maleficent. I'm so excited to see the collector. Hell yeah, I'm excited to start it. The thing is, I think I've said it before, pattern making is one of my favorite parts of making a costume, and I am holding off so hard so that I don't break the rules. But I have so many ideas for making these patterns, and I just wanna get my ideas out of my brain and onto paper. And yeah, even if most of it I can't do on stream for the size, I want to get it out there. I love pattern making, and it's always the first part of costumes for me. I just want to do it. It's Rhaenyra. Okay, I wanted to say Rihanna, so you know what? Yeah, thank you. Rhaenyra. Rihanna, yeah. It's Rhaenyra. Oh dear. Collector can't wait. I can't wait either. I really can't wait. I've been taking so many screenshots of... I've watched the most recent episode like 10 times at this point, so I could take so many screenshots of it. What I am a bit sad about, and maybe if I watched it on Disney Plus it'd be different, I've been watching it when they upload it to YouTube, right? Which they seem to be doing a lot earlier than putting it on Disney Plus for some absurd reason. Because I watched it like on their YouTube channel like a month ago. So when you said you'd only just seen it, I was like... But I watched it like a month ago. But yeah, at the end scene, you don't get to see the pictures behind the end credits, and the artwork's actually really pretty. So I might have to go back and watch it on Disney Plus so I can get proper screenshots of that ending artwork, because they minimizes on YouTube, so you only see the first couple screens. And I would like to see all of the panels. But yeah, I haven't done that. At some point. We'll get there. I've been working on trying, like, again, I've stopped. I talked about this early in the stream. I have stopped because I was worried I was getting into pattern making territory. And again, because that's such a big part of what I do for costumes, I don't want to cheat and accidentally make my patterns ahead of time. But I have been practicing some crochet. I need to... So this is a pattern that already exists, and I'm just practicing it, I promise. I'm just practicing. But I want to alter this quite heavily and add some moon. So this will be the sun coming over the clouds, but then I want to add a moon onto this side of it. But then once I start doing that, I am kind of doing a lot of pattern work. So I was going to do it this week, but then I realized it might technically be cheating, so I won't do it yet. But I'm very excited to do it. In the meantime, I'll just be practicing my crochet. Because yes. Ah, dear. We only just watched it like 2 days ago. It was very emotional, yeah. I was also... it's like it's emotional because of the story, but I'm also just emotional to see like the characters. I went back and watched a couple of earlier episodes, and even to like the voices changing for the characters, like all of the, except I'd say maybe Amity and Luce, but like Gus and Willow 100%. Their voices have changed as they've gotten older. It's like, you know, I didn't really notice it until I went back to a couple of earlier episodes to get some other references, and it was like, damn, they sound different. And like, it's such a gradual change because obviously they age over time. That's how aging works, Jelly. Yeah. But yeah, it's like a gradual thing, but because they're getting older, their voices has changed. And it's like, I didn't even know. Because it's a lot more subtle when you're watching it in bits. Oh my god. They got older. Even little things like that have been getting me emotional, I swear. It's so difficult with that. I had the same with the feathers where I was like, wait a minute, am I making patterns right now? I need to stop. But we're in the same boat. I think we're both just very excited about the costumes. So it's just having to like rein it in a little bit and not cheat by accident. But yeah, so I'm just going to keep practicing my crochet, and then we'll do the pattern making once they announce the dates. That's okay. It gives me time to practice. I do crochet anyway. I don't want to act like I've come into crochet as a complete noob. I crochet anyway. It's just I haven't used it on a cosplay, so I guess there'll be people in the audience who might not know that. Crochet has been like my fun skill that I don't use for cosplay, that I just do in the evening sometimes, you know? So I don't really do it on stream, but it is a skill that I have, and I know. It is useful when trying to do something like this, so that's what I'll be doing, making my own lace, hell yeah. Ah, dear. Did you say that for the gasm? Bless you, lady, hell yeah. Oh dear. Right, I need to go to the toilet. Sorry. Give me like a couple minutes, guys. I've drunk a lot of tea this morning. I will be right back. And then we'll get some more yellow and maybe finish off that last little bit. We're nearly there. Yeah, crochet. Crochet. Let me get you on break screen so you can see the ducks. We're having a quack break. But maybe, yeah, there was a great, yeah. So that was when I originally learned crochet, was around that time. And I've been crocheting since that. Sorry, I said I was gonna go pee, 2 seconds. I've been crocheting since then. And I've been really enjoying it, but I've just like not put it into any costumes since that. And so I've kind of just been sitting on it. I've just been sitting on it. 2 seconds, I need to pee, back in a moment. we back. Oh, you getting some tea? Hell yeah, I should have done it. Oh no, I still have half a mug. It's cold, but I still have it. I don't need more tea, not yet. All right, so I just needed a quick toilet break because I have drunk so much liquid. I need it for the caffeine, but then obviously like the downside of it is, to be fair, I've been going for 2 hours. Not too bad. You know what, I've had a pee break in the first 15 minutes before, so honestly, not too bad. Could be worse. All right, back to getting the yellow in. Once the yellow's in, I'll make an artistic decision about whether I want to do some white beads across there. And the answer might be yes, I think. I kind of want that, but I want to sit back and look at it for a second before I make that decision. Ah, dear. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to be able to do some more smocking as well. Like, I'll be honest, at this stage, I'm pretty confident in the smocking that I'm going to be doing. And like, I don't feel the need to keep using fabric to practice unless it's something new. So I haven't been. Before the mug if you want to pee. No. If I was refilling my mug with pee, we have a command for that. And that's for you guys to do, not for me. I am the streamer. I don't do that. You kidding me? There you go. Filling my want to make Melissa by adding feather making supplies to my eBay basket. Yeah, thank you for the piss bucket, by the way. I really appreciate it. We need more of that for my stream. That's actually really helping us grow as well. I really appreciate it. Yeah, like that's kind of what I've been doing as well, is like I've been trying to sort things out where like if I need something, how can I get it? How much does it cost? When can I afford it? That definitely doesn't seem like it's see-through. No, I don't think it is. I think it's silver. I don't know how it got in there, but it's I don't want it. Oh dear, piss for partner. Have I told you, Amazonia, I can apply for partner whenever I want. It's just there's no point in me doing it. So we'll never have like a partner push, which is probably a good thing because, yeah, we're a bit, no. It would absolutely be like piss for partner and then I would never get partner because I'd be banned for endorsing a piss fetish or something like that. I'd get myself banned in the what do you call it, in doing all my hard work. Now I'm in a very fortunate position. Very, very fortunate position. Mine's just permanently unlocked. Oh dear. Oh, I wonder if any Twitch hours they have. They have, and I've completely missed up. So we've had Twitch staff come in and chat, and I just didn't realize. I just thought they'd been to a convention at some point, and that's why they had that. Because you know, people have like the signs next to their name. Like when I chat, I have like, if I go, I have like the TwitchCon badge next to my name, right? And so I just figured it was another badge, and I treated them like another chatter. Meanwhile, my mods in my mod chat were like, Jelly, you need to, Jelly, stop. You need, Jelly, that's a Twitch mod. Jelly, you need to stop. I was just completely oblivious until after stream, when I was like, oh my god, did I say anything? Did I do anything bad? And I've been a bit more careful since then. We've had Twitch mods in before, but normally it's only if I'm on the front page or if I'm taking part in an event. But yeah, that the first time it was good. It was bad. Oh dear. Pisses and urine. Yeah. Also, welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. Oh dear. God, if Twitch wanted to like chat, I'd be so screwed. Yeah. Well, I really genuinely, because they what do they have? It was like a screwdriver. No. It was something like a wrench next to their name or something. But I'm not massively versed, and especially when it happened, I wasn't massively versed on like the Twitch signs next to people. Like Peoplers, you have a sign next to your name. That's the pledge. Yeah, I've seen a few people have that for inclusive gaming communities. Yeah. Because who else has that? There's a craft owner that has that. It's 9.5, right? Yeah, so I've seen that a couple times. But like, again, unless you know what it means, that's just a sign. Maybe you're a Twitch mod. I don't know. Looks like a mechanical thing. But yeah. You kind of picked it up with time, but the first time, luckily I don't think I did anything that was particularly bad. I know that I had a mod in because again, they were there in my chat when I was on the front page of Twitch, and at that point I was literally talking about cooking and eating people in chat. So, yeah. Yeah. Oh, thank you for the piss contribution as well. Oh, dear. It's a wrench, yeah. Also, Tisa, welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. I knew it was some kind of, like, tool or equipment type thing. I wasn't sure if it was a screwdriver or a wrench, but no, a wrench sounds about right. Yes. Ah, dear. Yeah. Like, all the mods knew. I was the only oblivious one. But I didn't know when I was on the front page of Twitch, but I could have had an idea that there would be a Twitch mod there because there were quite a lot of people there, right? So even though I didn't know explicitly at the time, it makes sense, and when I found out afterwards, I wasn't surprised. Ah, dear. You remember bringing it up in Spyro, yeah. Luckily, I wasn't doing anything suspicious then. Also, because they do show up differently, but I never have that open. Like, I do in your streams because obviously I moderate for you, but like, I never have it open in my own streams. So it's like, it's not something that I would see until afterwards. Yeah. Maybe that's why they put you on the... I don't think so. I don't think so. I still feel, and like it was a bit of a... Not like to attack anyone particularly, I feel like it was an accident. Because I didn't know that I was going to be put on the front page, and as far as I'm aware, I didn't apply. And so I was like a little bit... I think someone might have put my name forward, but then forgot to tell me. And so I was just a little bit... But like, you know, I'm happy. It's an amazing achievement, and it's something that I'll remember forever, because I expect that will be the most viewers I ever have at one time. And so I'll definitely remember it. But I feel a bit bad. I feel like someone else should have got it rather than me. Oh dear. I only mod you in other people's streams. Yeah, exactly. It's like when I'm moderating, I'll have that open. But like for my own stream, you guys have seen my setup because I've accidentally shown it to you many times. I have my chat, my volume, the alerts, start and stop streaming, picture, and then behind my chat is how I set up the stream, because I normally don't do it mid-stream, so it works out like that. Oh, you were looking ridiculous with your goggles. Yeah, I was wearing pajamas. I don't even remember if I was wearing a bra that day. Like, honestly, you could tell how unprepared I was for it, because I was like wearing pajamas. I'm pretty sure I wasn't wearing anything underneath. I was wearing my massive goggles. Yeah, it was, like, you know, I feel like if you know that you're going to be on the front page of Twitch, you probably dress up a little bit for it. Meanwhile, I was there looking like I just dragged myself out of bed and put on, like, gear for, like, twisting wires as well. I was wearing these massive goggles just for twisting the wires around because I kept getting a bit close to my eyes, which I will say was probably the safe practice, but did it look stupid? Yeah. And then I immediately accused everyone of coming from a porn website. Really good first impression. But you know what? It's a good story that I now have in my arsenal of, like, stories to tell. I remember once upon a time I was on the front page of Twitch and I immediately accused everyone of coming from a porn website and watching me for indecent reasons. And then when I realized that I was on the front page of Twitch, I went on to talk about piss and cannibalism and other fluid talk. It's fantastic. Oh dear. Was that the day they first introduced? No. I've been streaming for Makers and Crafting since day one. Because that's like, that is what I watched on Twitch before I went live myself. I always say this, and it's very unfortunate. I can't actually say the streamer that really inspired me to start, because they have another alias now than the one that they used when they were streaming in Makers and Crafting, and they are now a faceless streamer, right? So if I was to tell you who it was, it would be quite easy to like put the dots together, and I don't want to accidentally dox them. So I can't actually tell you the streamer that inspired me to start streaming myself, which is, it's unfortunate, but also like, you know, safety first. I wish I could like hype them up a lot, because they were actually making a costume for TwitchCon when I started watching them. TwitchCon America would have been, but yeah, they were making a costume for that. And even though what they do these days is not predominantly sewing or cosplay based, they're doing pretty well. Oh dear. Oh dear. Honestly, sounds better than most of the things I've seen on the front page. People come by and being like, what is this British girl talking about? And I was like, how tasty would you be in a survival situation? Vile, it's not vile. It's not corpse hunter, but also can we not guess them when I just said I don't want to dox them? Let's not guess them, even as a joke, because someone will see that and take it seriously and be like, oh, we're guessing, we're trying to dox someone? Okay, I'll help you dox them. It's like, no, I actually really don't want to dox them. They inspired me, like, I owe a lot to them. I don't wanna do anything like that. I would love to meet them in person one day and tell them that the channel that they used to have inspired me. But that's like as far as I'd go. Yeah, I would love to do that, but yeah, I will never say who they are on the stream, just for their own safety and privacy. Ah, dear. Twitch front pages show me people talking about various sports balls, and I'm like, I'm not interested, please stop. I think once you become a partner, you can apply to be on the front page. For me, I've been on the front page 3 times. So I've been on the front page during, Women's History Month. I always want to say Women Awareness Month. I think most people are aware of women, but no, I think it's Women's History Month. That was the first time I was on the front page, and they had like a category for us, for the people that are doing that. Then I was on the front page on the front of Carousel, and that was the really big one. And then I was in the front page in the top recommended bit. So I've been in 3 different sections on Twitch front page since I started streaming. But the one which a lot of people will remember is the one where I was front of Carousel. That was the really big one. 2 of them were technically doing charity streams, which was great. The other one, I just had to be a woman. And you know what? I'm always a woman. I can do that. Oh dear. I wasn't aware of women. I was surprised. Let me just make you aware really quickly that women do actually exist. Crazy. Well, when you start the collectible part, are you going to be starting with? It'll be all the pattern making. I get as much of the pattern making done at the beginning as I can. I'd like to be able to wear like a full pattern of the costume, and then we'll go from there. Probably smocking, because I think it will take a really long time. But technically, pattern making will be the first part. It's just you won't see very much of it on stream because a lot of the pieces are going to be really, really big. So I'll do pattern making on stream as and when I can. But I think a lot of it will be, I make the pattern, I come onto stream, I explain how I did the thing, and then, yes, we move to the next bit. Just so that I'm not having to try and get by with my tiny desk. Yeah, that was a shame, but that's how it is. Oh dear, I just went to the front page of Twitch and I was like, live channels we think you'd like. Yeah, that's me. Oh dear, I hope people were aware of women. Twitch has been doing funding marketing for sports streamers, that's why. I've been told they may be doing one for cosplayers and crafters. That would be lovely. Honestly, I'd love to see, I just want to see more people give the crafting section on Twitch a go. Like, discoverability is great, but at the end of the day, you know, you will find people similar to you on Twitch if you stream enough, right? But I would really like more people to see people crafting on Twitch and want to give it a go themselves. Like, you know, obviously everyone's experience with Twitch is going to be very different, and I do think to an extent you have to be ready to have kind of a thick skin. People will be rude to you. There's not really any getting around that, unfortunately. I don't agree that it should be like that, but it kind of just is. But regardless of that, I really want to see more people giving it a go. It's really fun. Well, after watching Twitch, ooh, patterns, love those. I love it too. Women are real? I know, it's a surprise, but they are, I promise you, they are real. It's even on my thing, cosplay and crafted though, I'd be most keen for, hell yeah. Just finished with a few of my school projects, glad I'm done, good job anime. Also, welcome on in, I hope you're doing well. We have been talking about TwitchCon quite a bit today. I've been very, very excited. I'm sure you're even more excited, since you are looking to enter this year. I'm sure you are like max level excited. Yeah, Hut is looking to enter TwitchCon cosplay this year. Maybe next year as well, who knows, depending on how things go. I'll fight Hut in the ring again. Although we're never in the same category, and I don't think we'll ever be in the same category, to be honest. Oh dear, God love Twitch chat. You tell people not to guess, and they want to start like it's Wheel of Fortune. Oh, yeah. Well, this is the thing, it's like you just have to be ready to set boundaries and put your foot down. And I know a lot of people that's not very fun for, and it's difficult to do that. So it's like, be ready, be ready. I love it when streams you might like people I already follow. Yeah, who are the streams that I might like? I'm curious. Are they people that I already follow? I'd love to know. If I go to Twitch over here, I might like Bearboo. I actually have subscribed to Bearboo for I think over a year at this point. So yeah, I do like that. Another person wait. Oh no, wait, am I following this person? There's someone doing Stardew Valley, which a no seeds run. That does sound fun. I don't think I know them. And then another Stardew Valley, Sus Stardew Mods. I don't think I know them either. All right, there's two. Never Again Land, I follow them. I've been raiding into them a lot recently. Okay, I think it's about half and half. I know about half of these people. And then there's a lot of Stardew streamers, which I don't know yet. But you know what? I would enjoy their streams probably. You're right. I watch a lot of Stardew. So my one it's accurate in that I probably would like all the ones that were recommended to me, but I am already following half of them. Oh dear. Hey, that's something like that. I don't need you to remind me about them. Stress, noises, anxiety. I'm sorry. Oh dear. Oh, this looks awesome. Hell yeah. Oh, it's such a pretty costume. I never even played Hades, and I'm like, that's a nice costume. I like that. Oh dear. I can appreciate fine art. Oh dear. Oh. Going pretty well, hell yeah. All my recommended seem to be even who makes a graphical sim. Do you watch a lot of Sims? I do like Sims. I don't watch a lot of Sims content, but I must say I think I would probably enjoy it. I wonder if you add enough beads to your cosplay, will it weigh enough to become maybe. Hey Hut, do you think I could do it? Do you think I could add enough beads so that I can come into the armor category? I don't think it would best suit me, but do you think I could physically do it? I don't think I'll do it for the collector, because the collector focuses a little bit more on embroidery, to be honest, than beads. So although there will be a lot of beads, I don't think it will be like as much as Mateus. But listen, the cosplay after that, I feel like if I did like a Monster Hunter armor or something like that, I could probably do it completely out of beads and it would look pretty okay, because a lot of them are made out of like tiny scales and stuff anyway, right? So as long as I made like a few of the standout bigger scales for decoration or whatever, it'd probably look alright. That's kind of all I want to do for that bit. And it might look a bit minimalist, but I like that. It's like it's wearing a necklace. A bead suit, yeah! Oh, you're gonna do the acid etching soon? Oh, that's very exciting. Hell yeah. I do watch a lot of Sims. The stream I watch the most, and I mod for, started off as a Sims streamer. Hell yeah. Yeah, I feel like I would probably enjoy Sims content. It's just building content, and I like that. And thank you for the piss. I appreciate it. Monster Hunter armors are amazing. They're so impressive. Like, and that is a game that I have actually played for once. But, it's a lot. They're very intense builds, but they are really cool. All right, I need. Oh. 2 seconds. I'm gonna put you on duck screen because I kind of need to hide it, but I'll still technically be on mic. I'm just gonna put my headset next to it, so you might hear the music twice. I'm so sorry. It's just something I need to look for quickly. Had a good hard think suddenly, and I think it's under here, but I could be wrong. There's stuff here. Not quite what I'm looking for though. What about that? Oh, that's not thread. I'm gonna have to get some more thread. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh dear. This is a bit embarrassing. I did kind of notice last night, but I kind of just assumed there'd be another one around. So like, I don't know. I think, okay, so a bit embarrassing, guys. I've run out of black thread. So when I was doing the Celeste work yesterday, I used the end of the spool on the last bit. I didn't really think too much of it because I always have more black thread, right? I always have more black thread. So surely I have more black thread. Turns out I don't. I'm gonna need to get some black thread. I'm so sorry. That does kind of put an end to my stream. Because I need to go around the outside of it in black, and I only have this one prepared. What I'll do is I'll order some black thread for tomorrow. It might take a couple days to get here, but we'll get some more. Oops. Oops. If you're interested in being in a Twitch documentary, let me know. I don't know if I have the experience. I have a very different experience on Twitch because I'm in the makers and crafting section. Like the stuff that happens to me is normally much milder than what happens to other streamers, so I might not be the best example. If you'll have me, I'll do it, but yeah, I feel like the experiences I have might be quite different to a lot of other people on Twitch. Also, 2 seconds. In the meantime, I am going to send you across to another stream. Please do not mind. Please stick around. I'll, well, actually, I did get recommended a couple of makers and crafting streamers. Let's go back to my who Twitch is recommending me really quickly. And see if they are in fact live. Wait, where have they gone? Wait, have you refreshed my recommended Twitch? Oi, 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 oi. What? Oh, no, there we go. They're making stuff for their cats. Do I follow them already? I feel like... do I not follow them? I don't. Do you guys want to meet a new person? Are you ready? They're in Makers and Crafters. They're making stuff for their cats. Like, that's a vibe. That's a vibe that I like. Hell yeah, let's make some new friends. Let's make a friend who is making stuff for their cats. Hell yeah, I've never met them before, but they seem very sweet. If you want to grab a raid call, it's just a really great way of sending some love and like some hype to another channel. Yeah, it sounds amazing. A new bean, hell yeah. I love to meet a new bean. Thank you, Twitch Recommended, for recommending me a new crafter I haven't met before who is making stuff for their cats. My friend was in the UK doing interviews last year. Oh, okay. I wonder if there was someone I spoke to. Oh, that's why, because it'd be different. All right, well, send me a DM. My DMs are open, so you should be able to get through on anything. It just might take me a minute to see it, but yeah. Can you put the link in the chat, please? You get left behind on raids? Oh, bless you. Yes, I can. I can absolutely put the link in the chat. I'm sorry to hear that you're getting left behind, though. I did see a couple people mentioning that, though, that there's maybe been an update that's been leaving people behind. There you go, grab that so you can come along with us. Otherwise, thank you everyone for joining. Thank you so much as well, Orphan, for the raid partway through. Thank you for all the follows, and I should be back tomorrow. If I don't have black thread, we won't be doing this. We'll do something else. Oh dear. Otherwise, let's go send some love to a new person, and I'll speak to you all soon. Take care. I didn't even finish my tea.